Hello, hello. My name is Adrian. I'll be running the one-shot for tonight. We're going to be playing the Golden Fog Dungeon, which we'll see how it goes. We have 5 players, and we'll just jump right in with kind of character introductions. In the Roll20, if we want to start from left to right, and then we'll just do kind of your character's name, kind of class and race and stuff like that, and then we'll kind of jump in. So, starting with Abigail.
My name is Abigail. I am a half-orc stormhero barbarian. I've been out on the open seas doing my, shall we say, sailing. Yes, that's what we'll call it. And I've been getting the itch to get back on the land, cut some heads, crack some skulls, do some dungeon work, you know. So, I'll be here.
Awesome. Next over, Tessa.
Hi, my name is Tessa. I am a changeling, so right now I look like a half-elf. But I'm also a sorcerer, and I do a little bit of bard stuff as well. I've got my lyre with me, and I play beautiful music, and I got this crystal floating around my head, and I got a crystal on my wrist that are my sorcerer channeling magic bard stuff, yeah! And but my magic is a little chaotic. Because I get my magic from the weave, as I am a wild mage sorcerer.
Fantastic. Next over, the lizard. Mr. Gilrith.
Hello, I am Gilrith. Yes, Godzilla is my cousin, don't ask. I am a Gloomstalker Ranger with a bit of Forge Cloak. Oh, my fire might not be what it used to be, but I'm okay with that. I can still snap necks.
Excellent. Next over, Cadence.
I'm Cadence. I am a half-elf paladin, and I am the Oath of the Ancients paladin, so I'm a green knight. And I really like going on adventures, but lately it's been a long time, so I'm excited to get back into it, and hopefully kill some things that are unnatural and abominations and terrible things. So, yeah.
Okay, perfect. And last but not least, Tritus.
I am Tritus, a paladin of the great seas, and if there was the evil of man to be purged, and those who wish to corrupt the mighty seas with their filth and their garbage and the oil spills, then I shall strike them down with great might. I can offer the ability to swim underwater without causing a fuss, and to offer a more diplomatic solution to those who don't test my patience.
Perfect. Your motley crew are all in the Dungeon Delvers Guild Hall, which you would all know is the kind of center for adventuring life. You have treasure hunters, you have warriors seeking renown, you have people who just want to go into dungeons and fight stuff and get loot, and just anybody who wants kind of to live that kind of life usually comes to Virton City, home of the Dungeon Delvers Guild, and kind of becomes part of the guild and goes on lots of crazy adventures. Now, today in particular, there's lots of other jobs posted on the board. Business is booming. There's adventurers kind of milling around, eating food, getting tankards of ale, and you see the guildmaster come out from his office, and he just begins to float up using a fly spell, because why not? And he just reaches over and puts a new notice on the job board, and kind of looks over, sees in the tavern, just shrugs and floats back into his office, and the door closes. Now you all are the first to kind of take a closer look at what the job is, and what you're looking at is a posting from the Kingdom of Nerria. Now, for anybody who is not familiar, we're going to shift to the world map. Now, the world of Eridan is where the DDG, or the Dungeon Delvers Guild, is set in. You're in Virton City, home of the Dungeon Delvers Guild Hall, and there's several different cities kind of surrounding the areas. Most of these are all kind of like city-states where they're self-governed and kind of operate their own kind of region. But as soon as you cross over the river, you get into the Kingdom of Nerria, which is ruled by a queen, a widowed queen who's in charge. Her name is Queen Yvonna. And as adventurers, especially all of you are pretty seasoned, you're all like level 7s, 8s, and 9s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Correct.
So you would all know whether you've been into one of these dungeons or not. Nerria is plagued, or has been in the past, by just random dungeons that pop into existence. They're little, almost like demi-planes with like portal entrances, and in order to go in, you have to close them by destroying whatever anchor or breaking whatever it's focusing these dungeons in. And nobody is really familiar with kind of what's going on, why they're popping up, but they seem to be at random, and as of late they seem to be focused more on where the queen is located. So for this specific dungeon, the job board states that it's there's a golden entrance to a dungeon which is kind of opened itself up from a fissure in the ground in the countryside, kind of near where the queen's residence is in the country. And all that's been seen from it, nobody's gone inside at this point. The queen's guards have kind of cordoned it off and made it so nobody can get within the next like 500 feet of the dungeon entrance, and they've got kind of guards stationed around to prevent that. But all they see is this kind of gleaming golden light just pouring up from this portal in the ground. And as the hours progressed, kind of fog begins to float and emit from this entrance. Promptly, a job was sent over to the Dungeon Delvers Guild, and now the Guildmaster has just posted this mission on the posting board, and you are all the first to kind of look it over. Because of the speed of which is needed, teleportation there is provided, which the Guildmaster will officiate. And I would like to know if anybody has anything they want to do before they kind of go into the office and get sent right over.
I bet mug of ale, I'm good to go.
Is this a city that's surrounded by water by any chance?
No.
Like, is it near a surrounding ocean? Alright, so I'm not
So-
gonna lecture people on polluting the ocean. Got it.
Yeah, so Cardelis is where the city's capital is. The Queen's estate is where the country is kind of like up here, if that's working. So it's a little bit away from the city. She's been residing off in the country to potentially limit these dungeons that are spawning around her from damaging her her kingdom, her cities and whatnot. In one of the previous dungeons, her palace was almost collapsed because of a dungeon that started to swell and open up and knocked over like a whole wing of her castle. So, hence the speed. They want you to go right away.
Of course, with great haste. Say no more. They are consuming our oceans as well, and one must put a stop to this. I mean, all of us must put a stop to this. My apologies, I'm used to working alone.
Well, you're not alone with us.
I'm certainly am not. I am kept by quite the compelling company. An orc with a rather interesting accent, a lizard that looks suspiciously like a giant lizard that, stomped over the town of Waterdeep not too long ago and caused a bit of a fuss. Quite the interesting band of adventurers we have with us today. If there's any swimming to be done, he clenches his fist and plants on his chest, and he's like, "Say no more." I shall
Abigail
take
raises her hand.
Have this. Or
I
puts his
can
hand
also,
up.
I can also swim faster than most people, so I'm not really worried about it.
Oh, I appreciate your enthusiasm, my friend, but I hardly think that's possible.
Abigail has a swimming speed of 40 feet.
I have a swim speed, what is the Triton's swimming speed?
Yeah, probably 30 feet.
That's something.
It's not like
30
I
feet,
count
okay,
every
I
time.
can see how it is. Well, he's...
The good news
well,
is you have a swim speed.
Well, his core flaw is that he has a big ego, so he's not going to admit to that.
Perfect.
It's alright. Abigail knows what men are like. That's why she doesn't like them.
Oh. Oh, I see how it is. You're one of
Oh.
those people.
Too real.
Judgy much.
I'm just realistic.
Joe just pulls out some popcorn.
I
Okay.
don't know if I should respect you or be appalled by you. I'll do a combination of both.
Okay. Well,
Onward!
ground. I'm not saving you. Bye.
That's probably a
Oh,
good way to
that's-
go about it.
I won't. I point to my gills and I say, "You won't have to worry about that." Onward, new friends and acquaintances.
I will be
Gilbert
right back.
leans over to Tessa is like, are all paladin men this pompous?
No, it doesn't really take a paladin to be pompous. You can ask my brother, my other brother. Yeah, they don't require paladin powers to be pompous, I promise. But I'll be right back. And
I don't want to finish this conversation.
Tessa will run to the bar and scribble out a note and give it to the bartender and say, "Will you give this to Calbus if he comes downstairs before I'm back?"
Yeah, the dwarf at the bartender, he reaches over, takes the note, and just kind of nods and says, "Of course, miss, not a problem. Calbus is, I'm sure, a regular here."
Oh yeah, you can't miss him. He's about this tall.
And really, the
Big
buff,
giant
right?
sword. Huh?
Really buff?
More toned. He's with a really buff Minotaur if they're out and about. But if he's by himself, just listen for a lot of sighing.
Oh, lovesick, is he? No worries.
Sighing or look for paintbrushes. It's probably him.
Okay, I know the Minotaur. I know who you're talking about.
Okay, thank you. You could probably give that to him too. They'll figure it out. Okay, bye. And then Tessa runs away from the bar.
Land mammals.
Runs back to the group.
Okay, so inside the office, the guildmaster Takrov, the little gnome wizard, wearing a signature wizard hat today, he begins to begin the teleportation ritual. And if you are all ready to go,
Ready when you are. Kind.
Yes, and I'm hoping we'll be on land after all this talk about water.
you
I
are.
don't, but you've grown. I've grown quite accustomed to land by so far. A lot of screaming and running around, but nevertheless,
Yes, that's how I like it.
That's very accurate.
I'm sure you do.
Right.
I mean, compared to underwater, where nobody can hear each other.
The teleportation magic grips hold of you, and you're all yanked from where you're at. You feel yourselves kind of floating for a moment, only to go, and you are standing on grass on a beautiful sunny day. I don't have a map for the kind of vineyard that you're on, so I just put you on a cardless kind of backdrop. And your characters feel kind of a soft, warm breeze in the air, and you see kind of these trees and kind of like latticed fence work where all the vines are growing in this kind of vineyard area. And immediately to your left, you see kind of a tent, multicolored yellows and blues and purples, kind of a pavilion where you see a bunch of guards kind of lazily sitting down in chairs that they've brought with them, just maintaining this guard wall, which is every like 20 to 30 feet they have either one or two guards, and they're just kind of circling around in this very large radius. Just beyond them in a field, you can see through a kind
What
of
time
broken
of day
fence.
is it?
It is just midday. It's probably like 12, 1 o'clock. The sun's high up in the sky. Everything's well lit, and it's a beautiful summer day over here in Narya. In the field of beyond, you see kind of overgrown grass field, and then in the middle is just kind of what looks to be a sinkhole of everything just caving down into the ground, and you just see this golden light shining up.
Well, you have to admit it's beautiful.
It's a little bit hard on the eyes. Is it always the sunny on the surface?
Well, I
Yep,
mean,
this is a
usually
gorgeous
without
day.
the gold coming out of the ground, but yes.
Oh, a shame. I was quite beginning to like the gold on the ground. A little less garish and bleak compared to the rest of the architecture, but something I could get used to. I suppose. What are those guards doing over there? Is that how humans keep watch?
The guards themselves don't look like they're doing a fabulous job of keeping watch.
Oh, I
I
have
just
no
imagine
idea.
there's like
If that's a
the
good job
guards.
or not.
I just imagine they're like the guards from Attack on Titan, just drinking, playing cards.
Yeah, some of them are doing that. Imagine very colorful livery though. They've got
Yeah.
not even like uniform armor. Some just have shoulder pads. Some just have like chain vests. But they're all wear very colorful cloaks, and then some of them have the equivalent of lawn chairs that they've brought with them, and they're just kind of lounging, pikes kind of stuck into the ground, leaning up against it, feet up on a rock.
Yeah, I
It
just
doesn't seem to be urgent.
Yeah, I
Why
just
they
yell
call it
out, "Men, you must be ever vigilant. Don't let laziness consume you now."
Oi! Who goes there? And then the two of the guards, kind of sitting on the fence, jump up and kind of lazily pick up their pikes and just kind of stride towards you. They look very unconcerned.
And I just say, take it easy, man. I am Paladin Tritus, and the rest of these grand adventurers that I unfortunately do not remember the names of. Don't take any offense, I'm just terrible at remembering names. We have come to this mighty fun town to deal with a certain problem of perhaps another world invading your own.
You're talking about the dungeon. You must be from the Dungeon
I
Delvers
most
Guild.
certainly am. Yes, dungeons. That's what they call it on the surface.
Yeah, would you call it where you're from?
We'd call it a cave or a tomb, not a dungeon. Dungeon just doesn't quite slip off the tongue.
Gilbert is just over here facepalming.
Well,
I mean, come on!
Tessa's kind of tilting her head,
more
looking at the
letters
sky.
than
She's
tomb
like,
or
"That makes sense."
cave.
Well, if you want to call it a cave, I don't think it's what you might say. You go in and it's a different world in there. That's why no one's allowed in. But if you're from the Dungeon Delvers Guild, you can go.
Oh, it's nothing I'm not used to, believe me. And we are ready to take on any threat that comes our way.
Brilliant. Yeah, move the fence. And he turns around, and the other two guards start to. The fence itself consists of three, like maybe 4-inch logs or posts that are all kind of stacked on top of each other at foot increments. So only cows couldn't go through them, for an example. But otherwise, you could just slip in between.
Sorry, didn't mean to do that.
But yeah, they unhook two of the ones, so all you have to do is step over the lowest bar, and it's like a foot. And since there's no halflings, everybody can easily just step over it, no problem. But the guards stand aside and just kind of, the captain motions with his hand with a flourish. Be my guest, go for it.
Well, you're too kind, sir. And keep a better watch on those walls. You never know what threats may come your way, if I do say so myself.
Nothing's come out of here for, the last 12 hours, so I figure nothing's going to happen. And the farmers around here, they know to stay away from these. So it's easy job today for us. Bring us back a souvenir if you find one.
We will bring back many souvenirs.
You said that for the past 12 hours nothing's come out. What came out before the
it's only been here for about half a day. You guys are very quick.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's a good thing if nothing's climbing out of it, right?
Yeah, it'd be bad if something came out of it, probably.
You're so concerned. That alcohol must be really good.
Oh, you want some? It's just a mead. We're trying to get some of the wine from the vineyard, but yeah. And he gives you kind of a flagon. Tell you what, I'll trade you. You take that and then bring me back a souvenir.
Oh, no. I'll drink it right now. And I chug it. And I down it. Now, the last time that I played Tessa, I'd like to think that this is a couple days later. She rolled and can't get drunk for, I think it's 27 days. So she just pounds it like a champ and slams it down the table. And she goes, "That's really weak stuff."
Yeah, well,
I like
Impressive.
this one. I like this one.
Vanilla.
well, you drank all my mead, so best, shoo, go do your job. We'll do mine, you do yours.
Yeah, you'll do your Tessa mutters as she walks towards the thing. She's like,
That
yeah,
sounds
you
a
do
little
your
bit passive
job.
aggressive, but we'll take your advice regardless.
He sits back down in his lawn chair, kind of leaning his pike up against the wood fence. And you begin to walk through their no-go zone. It's about 500 feet to the center, and from in there you can just see this sinkhole where the shining light is coming down. It looks like the grass is just kind of caved in on itself, but it gets kind of blurred out of view as you can see that there's a portal maybe about 5 feet under ground level, and it's just everything sunk in towards it. And from the portal itself is just this emitted this shining golden light. And as you get about within 100 feet, you can start to see that the fog that's kind of rising out almost like steam is very vaporous, but as you get closer it seems to get a little bit more thicker, and I will put you basically about 100 feet to the entrance. What would you all like to do?
Wonder if this place leads to Shangri-La.
Shangri-La? I've never
What?
heard of no Shangri-La.
What?
City of Gold.
Oh.
You're telling me there's even more gold on the surface?
Yeah.
Interesting, very interesting. The surface world is quite strange, but I'm sure you could all say that about ours, so I'll withhold that. There's a few things I'd like to mention before we begin. I advise that you all stay very close to me, as my aura from the gods of the sea shall protect you.
Beautiful.
And, before we head in, there is one more gift I shall grant to all of you, albeit reluctantly for some. And you see him raise his trident and stick it into the ground, and from the ground erupts a whole group of starfish that begin to come over, we'll say Gilref, Tessa, and Cadence. And you all, the three of you, gain 5 temporary hit points as you are now surrounded by, covered by slimy starfish.
Those are permanent hit points for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, those are permanent hit points. So yeah, you get
you're
extra
maximal.
starfish help
Oh.
as these starfish just slime over onto your body. And it's like, the starfish shall protect you in dire need.
Okay.
Now
Abigail,
then,
how
is there
close?
anything else before we begin?
How close do I get?
Yeah, how as he's casting the spells, you're ignoring him walking forwards. How close are you getting?
I'm going to carefully walk, probably within probably 75, 80 feet.
Okay. You don't. It just seems brighter the closer you get. Nothing happens, but as you kind of turn back, you can see your allies are now covered with starfish. Tessa is playing with it. From the background, you're 400 plus feet away from the guards, but you hear, "Oi, get a move on!"
No rush, no rush. Always best be prepared. Unlike some guards around here. Shall we?
Before we go in, can I cast Divine Sense here?
Yep.
Just to see if there's any, so Celestial Fiend or Undead within 60 feet of the entrance?
Okay.
Oh, good idea.
No, there is nothing that pings up on your radar.
Awesome.
Is
Well,
it like a
maybe they were
heartbeat
right.
monitor?
Maybe this is an easy job. I don't know. Wait, 6 fingers? I'm very distracted by this.
That's a way.
What?
You can just do that, right?
She has 6 fingers permanently on each of her hands.
Yeah, she
Oh.
magicked herself into 6 fingers.
What was happening?
Uh,
Okay, so Preston has 6 fingers. Got it.
Do all humans have 6 fingers? I'll take that as a yes.
No, I got this by accident. I also aged 4 years. Lost all my hair at one point. I turned into a sheep that was sitting in a potted plant. It's a long story.
Right. You humans are very strange, but I like it. I think we'll get along just fine.
Yay!
Sounds like magic to me.
Wild magic, to be
Certainly
specific.
does. Or it could just be human nature. Who knows? That's the thrill of discovery.
Well, while this conversation is happening, Abigail, are you continuing forwards, or are you waiting?
Yes. I'm continuing forward, and I will probably, because I have resistance to poison, I really don't have any fear of walking into whatever this fog is, because if it's poisonous, I mean, it'll hurt, but it won't hurt as much as it would probably hurt somebody else.
Okay. How
Fair.
close do you get?
I'm gonna get right up to the edge where I can see the,
As soon as you get kind of within about 20 feet of it, the fog that's kind of pouring out seems to be pretty thick. And are you holding your breath? Or no? Because otherwise you will take poison damage.
I can hold my breath
Oh.
for. So here's what I'll do, because I notice that it's going to be poison. I will turn to everyone else and just yell up, "It's poison! Be careful!" And then I take a real deep breath,
Okay.
as much as my +3 Constitution modifier will allow me to take, and then I'll walk.
Okay.
Does that count as a magic attack or a spell attack by any chance?
At the dungeon entrance? No.
No.
It's a literal poison fog wafting out of the dungeon entrance.
Well, if you do make a saving throw, as long as you're within 10 feet, we could just pass through because the saving throw would get a +3 bonus. How do I know that? No idea. The gods have been talking strange nonsense to me.
It's strange that they're whispering numbers to you. That usually doesn't happen. Must be a water thing.
It's like Good Will Hunting. I'm just seeing a bunch of numbers pop up above my head, and I got right it on a window.
But yeah, once Abigail takes a deep breath of the non-poison air, she'll just walk forward towards the entrance and just...
I'm over here talking and I'm muted.
Oh. We didn't hear anything.
So
What'd you
I was
say?
basically trying to ask, how far are we currently from where we currently are to the fog, and how far is the entrance to the fog to
So-
the dungeon itself?
So imagine there's a 500-foot radius, so 1,000 feet from guard to guard on the opposite side of the circle. You've moved in 400 feet, so you're 100 feet from the center where the dungeon entrance is. Abigail has moved in all the way up to the entrance, basically, while everyone else is casting spells and chatting. You can be anywhere you want if you want to move in as well. You're not.
So
in
about
combat
how
or
long
anything,
would it
so-
take to get from the 100 feet to the entrance?
I mean, full sprint, 1 round, 6 seconds. Because, well, I guess you're, 80 feet movement or something like that? So, yeah.
About 30 feet, so it'd be 60.
Then, yeah. So 2 rounds if you're sprinting. If you wanted
Oh,
to...
that's perfectly fine. But Gilbert can hold his breath for 15 minutes.
Okay.
What?
So, yeah, I mean, once you... So you don't get in the radius of the poison until you're within 20 feet of the dungeon entrance. So nobody necessarily has to take that damage if you just want to hold your breath and jump in. But yeah, Abigail
What I'm
being resistant to the poison, you can identify that this cloud,
Yeah.
even though it's
Yeah.
it's gold, like a gold mist, you can sense that it's poisonous. It'll be irritation to your lungs and potentially your skin even if you go into it.
I will take my long braided gray and silver hair after yelling out that it is poisonous, and I will basically plug my mouth with my own hair and then hold my nose as I run towards the entrance.
All right, Gilbert, can I
Gilbert
just
can
grab
hold
your...
his breath and just
Mm.
walk over.
What's your hit points, Gorth? I'm just going to put it in for you real quick.
So with the new spell, it's 81.
Okay, 81.
Plus 10.
I really
Appreciate your I appreciate your bravery, sir.
So, Abigail, you take a deep breath, kind of move in. You take halved down to 5 damage. As you get in your skin, you can feel this kind of almost acidic burning sensation on your arms and your not your lungs because you're not breathing it, but your face, any exposed skin, you feel this poison beginning to kind of mar your body. And then you just jump in, and immediately you feel this kind of pulse as you pass through a portal. What does everybody else do as Abigail just kind of jumps down into the pit and just vanishes?
I
Gilbert will go in.
appreciate that man's perseverance, and I just walk in. I don't hold my breath for anything.
Okay.
Yeah, Gareth holding his breath goes in.
You all emerge through the portal. You are standing on a long bridge of just kind of what looks like suspended rock moving straight ahead. In the distance, you can see a kind of a glowing crystal, and you're surrounded in every direction by fog, mist, concealing any visuals out to anything past 20 to 30 feet. The bridge is very narrow as well, so I'll need to know kind of what file you're in, what your marching order is. I know Abigail, you'd be in front, and I think Gilworth jumped in next. What about the
I
others?
will go in the middle so I can get as many people with my gracious aura as possible.
Okay. So
you
Cadence.
guys should all get that. Oh, sorry.
I will let Tessa go ahead of me.
Okay, I'll be
So
in the
pick
middle
up the rear.
because I'm squishy. As she does, I'm gonna pull my lute off my back, and as I kind of like shimmy past Cadence, I'm gonna play a little tune on my lute, and because of the DOS lute that I have, I'm gonna give her protection from poison.
Okay. Did you do that before you jumped in, or after?
If I could have done it before we jumped in, I would have.
Yeah, I
As
feel
she
like
was
you.
like, be in the middle, we want to keep you safe. I'll be like, okay, thank you. Like,
Okay. So that is for Cadence.
yes, it's good for 1 hour.
Okay.
And
So-
it is not concentration, which is nice.
So Gilworth, as you jump in, you are not resistant to poison, are you? I think you're muted.
Gilworth?
Yeah.
You muted again.
Yeah, yes.
Does anybody
no, I don't
have
think-
resistance besides Abigail?
I'm immune
Okay,
to
this does
disease.
now.
Besides that, no.
No.
Okay. So the first is for Gilworth. The next is for Tritus. Actually, Tritus, you are breathing, correct? You did not hold your breath. Tritus,
Oh, yeah, no, I took the damage. Yeah.
but you're breathing the poison as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take another 2.
Oh no.
Actually, no, that was one. That was 1d6. Sorry. So you take 4 more points as your lungs begin to burn from the inside. Testa, as you cast protection from poison and you kind of jump through.
Holding my breath.
Okay. Oh man, I keep rolling the 1d6. Sorry. That is 4 points of damage as you feel your skin just beginning to get burned from the outside. And Cadence, with your now resistance, correct, or immunity?
Resistance, right?
Resistance. Oh, my mistake. Everybody's supposed to be able to make Constitution saves against this. My mistake.
Oh.
Oh.
Also, you get a +3 to roll.
Yes. So
So that would
There you go.
be 15, not 12.
Oh, that's 28 for me, or 29.
Okay.
Sorry, because I
So-
get advantage against poison. So
yeah, so you can take another half off of any passes
Oh,
is
cool.
13. So anybody who rolled 13 or higher can half your damage.
So I'll get. So a quarter of 11 is what, 3? Okay, cool.
A quarter of 11 is. Oh, okay, so
Well,
half of 11
In
is
in
5.
in,
Okay.
in D&D math.
Yeah.
And technically in
Gotcha.
D&D math it would be 2 because 11 is half to 5 and 5 is half to 2. So
All right, well then I'll go up to
Technically.
100 HP. I ain't gonna argue that. I'll
yeah,
go back to my 3 digits.
it's
I'll
okay.
take my 2
It's
points
every
damage.
round. I shall get you
Barbarians.
every round.
I'll
Oh
go
god, that's true. It is every round. I am
Um,
glad it lasts for an hour on Cadence.
So
We're paladins.
so for Cadence, I didn't roll your damage yet, but you're holding your breath too.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think I see Abigail put her hair in her mouth, and I'm gonna try to do that because I think she knows what she's doing.
Okay.
Don't swallow
So-
it by accident.
So you are half down to 8, and then you rolled a 15 con, so that's halved down to 2. Or sorry, 4 and then 2. So yeah, so you take 2 points of
2.
poison damage. Now, everybody, at this point, you see the bridge just stretching in front of you. You're surrounded with this haze, which is burning your skin, and I need everybody to roll perception checks.
Most certainly.
Perception.
I am not
Sixes
seeing
across
shit.
the board.
Oh boy. 666,
It's
guys. This is not
okay.
good.
I'm busy not
Oh,
dying
Gilbert,
from
thank God. That's a bad roll for
clocking
you,
up
but
my
thank
throat.
God.
Alright?
So, Gilrith, I would like you to... Actually, just everybody roll initiative. But Gilrith, you can see coming through the mist is something with beating wings, flying, hurling towards you.
Nick, one initiative, here we go.
Damn.
With a natural 20, Tessa, you're able
Yeah.
to react in the surprise round as well, because all of a sudden, hold on, I need to reveal this. A winged beast comes bursting through the clouds and it swoops towards Gilrith. Gilrith, you can take an action. I think you've been muted. I don't know if you're aware of that, but we can't hear anything.
Yeah, hang on. I'll try and tell him for which chat
There we go.
should I.
there you go.
there we go.
I was like, I had a bag with food, and I didn't want to like be too loud with it.
No,
So-
thank you. But yeah.
Gilrith basically points at it with Stormtail to alert the others, and he's going to use his. He's first going to get it with Hunter's Mark, and he's going to pull his whip out and try to swing at it.
Keep in mind you have one action. Are you using your action to cast Hunter's Mark?
Oh, if it's... Yeah, we'll go ahead and mark it with Hunter's Mark, then, if it's only one action.
Okay, and then Tessa, you are able to react after this creature bursts through the clouds, and it's swooping in at... It would actually be going towards Abigail because you're the one in front, and it tries to just shove Abigail off of the ledge. Abigail, I need you to roll an athletics check, please.
Oh no.
Let's see. So it's not a dex save. It's just an athletics, huh?
It's basically it's shoving you, so it'd be an opposed.
Oh, okay. I don't know why that rolled an advantage. That shouldn't have. That's weird. I'm not raging. Oh, it's because it's 21 still low. Let me do this. I'm
So
not raging. That's why.
with
Nice.
these clawed talons, and it's using its feet also with the wings just beating right beside you, it tries to give you a big shove, but you almost spin and use its own momentum to kind of throw it off, and you are still standing. Tessa, as this creature bursts away, and it does not provoke attack of opportunities as it does this.
Okay.
Tessa,
as
what do you do?
it's,
You have one action.
Okay. As it's taking off in the other direction, I turn around and I hold my hand out with my crystal on it, and both the crystal floating around my head and the crystal on my wrist start to glow, and I cast Shatter at it while it's in midair.
Okay.
19.
Okay, that's a 16 on its save. So that is
passes. So it's half
Nah.
damage.
9 points of damage. There is a shriek as it begins to actually just stop flying and falling, and it disappears out of view for a moment. And that is your action. So starting
Yep.
off at the top of the round, Tessa, it's your turn again.
So, with Hunter's Mark, I can at least get an idea of where it's at.
That's true. Because you Hunter's marked it, I will visibility-wise it to you. So you know that it's down, sunk down about 15 feet, but is beginning to fly back in your general directions. Tessa, what do you do?
I pull my loot off my back, and I start singing, because I know that this is going to be really problematic if we can't figure out how to hit this thing, if it's not going to stay stable. And I will cast Fly,
Okay.
and I'm going to use 4 sorcery points to twin it, and I'm putting Fly on both of our paladins.
Okay. Is fly a touch spell or no?
It is. So I like.
Oh, but try to. I was thinking Abigail. No, you're in reach of both of them. You're good.
Yep. So I'm doing Cadence and Tritus right now.
Oh god.
Oh,
So
what's
both of them
this?
have fly on them.
The ocean again!
You're
Perfect.
swimming in the air.
I also need Tessa to roll a Constitution saving throw, and then there's a verbal component for fly.
There is, yes. That's a 9. Can I use Tides of Chaos?
If you haven't used it yet, I think
Plus
it starts. Yeah.
Correct. I have not used it yet. 21 plus 3, 24.
Okay, that's gonna work. And then because you are using words, you're not inhaling necessarily, but your time that you can hold your breath is halved at this point.
Okay.
So you take 3 points of poison damage.
Gotcha. And would you like me to roll on the wild magic table now, or would you like me to wait?
In order to have maximum funsies, please roll on the wild magic table.
I thank you. You're a good DM.
Here we go.
All right.
Also,
95.
Oh.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, after you cast a level 1 spell or higher, you also have to roll a d20. And on a 1...
He doesn't. They don't have to. That's if the DM asks them to.
Okay.
It's not a requirement.
For now, refresh my memory, because for wild magic, it's we're using the 100d100 table, aren't we? Test?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That replaces the d20 one, doesn't it? Or am I misremembering
No, it does
stuff?
not. So with a spell, you roll a d20, and if you roll when you cast a level 1 spell or higher, the DM can make you roll a d20. On a natural 1 on a d20, the wild magic surge happens.
Oh, I thought
I could do that as well.
I thought the percentile dice one was that effect. So
No, this is from Tides of Chaos, which automatically makes it pretty
right.
much forces a fail.
So yes, as you have casted a spell above level 1, I will again, for maximum chance for stuff to happen, please roll 1d20.
14.
And we're vulnerable to piercing damage. That's rude.
Perfect.
Yeah, sorry, but I think technically that would hit him too.
Actually, can you put an aura of 30 feet on you for myself to see?
Yes, of
And
course.
then you did the anything else you're gonna do?
Yeah, as a bonus action, I'm gonna shout to Abigail. You got this, and I will give her a d6 of bardic inspiration.
Woohoo!
I feel weaker all of a sudden.
Okay, Gilrith, what is your dexterity mod?
my dexterity modifier
Yes.
is I want to say a 4.
Okay, you get to go.
Alright. How far away is it again?
It's 15 feet down and 15 feet away, so that would be about 30 feet diagonally. I think. Actually, it might be like 24 feet or something like that, if I'm not doing at that kind of math, though. So, it's within 30 feet.
Okay. We're gonna pull out the bow. And just for shits and giggles, we're gonna use a daybreak arrow.
Okay.
Nice.
So you're using the Ocarina of Time light arrow. Got it.
Yep.
Perfect.
Oh no!
Is this a special item that you have, or is this a ranger ability?
This is one of the special arrows we purchased from way back when on one of the dungeons.
Uh-oh. The arrow launches wide, even though you know where this creature is. It goes and it disappears from view, and you will have to remove that from your inventory, unfortunately.
Yep. Well, luckily we can always purchase more, I believe, at the hunting lodge.
Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Attack.
Second attack? Okay.
Yeah. Because I'm a Gloomstalker, I get 3 attacks on my first turn.
Sweet.
14.
Okay. That does hit, and then 7. You can't see the creature with your eyes, but you immediately sense its life, just life force is gone.
Got it.
Is it dead?
Yeah.
Guess so.
Gilrith has killed it. Is that your turn? Or are you moving or doing anything else?
Well, I'm assuming that's a narrow bridge. I believe I can use a bonus action to activate my boots of flying, but I'm not going to fly with them just yet. I'm just activating them.
Okay, that's
in
fair.
case he were to fall.
And then roll a Constitution saving throw. Okay, so you take 4 points of poison as your scales just feel almost like a rust or corrosion is starting to coat all the edges of them. You feel just gross. Next up, there's another screech as bursting from the clouds into view. Another one of these creatures tries to shove Gilworth off. Roll in athletics or acrobatics, actually. You can choose it with a grapple, I believe. Okay. And you plant your feet, which is now have the fly ability, and it just tries to swoop you off, but you're holding your ground, and as it flies away, it is not attackable. No attacks of opportunities are provoked against it, and it flies another 15 feet away and disappears. Next up is Cadence.
Okay. So I can fly up to 60 feet.
Yeah, I will repost fly.
Okay, I'm just looking at it here, but I'm just checking.
Yeah.
So can I try to chase it as it goes down into the fog?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to. So first, I'm going to bonus action light up my flame tongue longsword because that's cool. So I'm now flying with a flaming sword, hoping that it will somewhat illuminate this fog, but...
Go ahead and roll perception with advantage because of your sword.
Sorry, what's the button for
It'd be shift, I think, if you're in D&D Beyond.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Nope.
Well, you are able to see this one that's kind of like flying down. It's almost like it's going to do a big circle underneath the bridge and come up the other side. That's its direction.
Okay.
Its flight path.
Perfect. I'm going to pursue him then. So, how far down is he? 15 feet?
About
like
15 feet, yeah.
Okay. So I'll drop the 15 and then...
Okay. As you do
20.
so, you fly past
boy.
another one, which claws at you.
Lovely.
Just tank it. It's cool.
It's good. We got this.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no biggie.
Okay.
It misses. Not
Good.
even.
Okay. It sees this flying thing streak past it
Yeah.
with the flaming sword. Cool. Okay, and then I'm just going to attack it with the longsword.
Okay.
Roll. I also have 2 attacks. Can I just roll both of them right away?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. The first one misses and it spins around, so it's facing up at you, only to get the second one pierce right into it. There's a screech, and then as you pull your blade free, it just falls indefinitely down.
Awesome. Bye-bye.
Okay. Please
my turn?
roll your Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, right. Thank you.
I keep forgetting these are supposed to be at the beginning of your turn.
Okay.
With a +3, it's a 12, which is still a fail. You still take only half damage, and you're still holding your breath.
She does still have the resistance. It stays on for an hour.
Oh, right.
Yes,
Okay.
so you still get basically only 2 points of damage, and as long as you're holding your breath, then you're able to proceed.
As much as I can hold my breath while diving after a thing.
Okay. Now, let's see. So that's 18 you killed, 16, 14, 12,
Starting fast!
10.
They're everywhere!
So more of
Wait,
these.
what?
Oh, guys.
This one
It's alright, we
rushes
got this.
Tessa, Tritus, Abigail, and another one comes at Abigail from the other direction, giving advantage. Abigail, you can roll your save. It's athletics or acrobatics to dodge. Okay, you dodge, no problem. I should have used better stats for these guys. Tritus, another one tries to shove you off as well.
I
Go
just
ahead.
flare up my frill as an attempt to intimidate him. Dirty 20.
It actually backs off of you at the last moment. Again, none of these are provoking attacks of opportunities, but your frill like scares him away. And now, Tessa, if you would roll acrobatics or athletics.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Got this. Sorry.
Yay!
Kate,
Barely.
Oh man.
so you all duck underneath as these winged creatures just kind of swoop back into the fogs. And then lastly, Cadence, because this one's still on you basically, he is going to multi-attack you.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, these guys are freaking terrible. Okay, miss. He's still visible to you.
Okay.
What do you do? Next up is Abigail. Constitution save, please.
I do. Because it's poison, which I have advantage against for saves.
Okay. And you're holding
Plus
your breath
resistance.
already. So you
Yeah.
take 3, then down to 1 point of poison damage.
Cool. Me seeing what's going on, everything coming in and flying out, I don't have range things that are going to be effective.
Does anybody have gusts?
What?
Have what, sir?
The gust spell.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny you should mention that. As a Triton,
Oh, nice.
I have performed.
Alright, well,
I feel like that will help our situation here.
I'm just booking
It
it.
just might.
Okay. As you run, roll perception.
Nice.
You see everything. Yep.
You see God himself.
You see
God's the
multiple
quarter, like,
more of
"Hi."
these just kind of hovering in the air with very gnarly looking faces, almost like live gargoyles. But they're kind of wrinkled, shriveled skin with fangs. Up ahead, you see this crystal just sitting there in the walkway. There's space under it. It's essentially floating, but it's about 4 feet across in all directions, and it's this orange kind of pulsing crystal gemstone. Okay. Anything else?
I mean, I could, if I really wanted to, I could just burn a rage and get to there, but I don't really want to burn a rage because I get half my movement when I rage, and so I just take off like bye. No, I will wait here until it's my turn again, and then
Okay.
I will. Yeah, I don't think these guys are gonna do too much beefy boy damage to me, so I'm not worried. I
At
have
number
99 hit points. I'm okay.
At number 8, he flies down and tries to shove you off, please.
Oh, if I fall off, I'm the only one that doesn't have any type of flying, so
Then you're out of reaction featherfall.
And you're very far
Okay.
away.
On initiative 7, Tritus.
Alright, so if I do cast Gust of Wind, which direction should I, use it in?
Forward.
Straight
Define
ahead,
for
just
this?
clear the path.
Yes.
So,
Because
in that
if nothing else, it'll just go forward a bit. He's
alright,
got
so
flies, he'll be fine.
I'm going to move past Gilriff so I don't.
He's got flying, he will be fine.
In that case, alright.
He's a party boy.
So
As long as
straight
they-
ahead. So straight ahead on the bridge, it's 60 feet long but 10 foot wide.
Okay. So basically this.
Wider than that. But
I
yeah, that's
will-
the gist.
You're clearing the bridge, right? That's kind of your idea.
Basically, yeah, I'm clearing the bridge and 10 feet on both sides. It should get that as well. So you see me hold my stuff up in the air
Is
and
it-
it just gets consumed in gusty winds and small tornadoes. And I cast Gust of Wind straight ahead. Sorry, you were saying?
Just for the width, it's only 10 feet wide. So basically 2 squares, which you're wanting to just clear the bridge, right?
Yes.
Can you measure the 60 for me again?
Yeah, it certainly can. So 60 will take you to here,
So
and
that
10 feet goes out this way.
Is 10 feet both directions? I don't believe so.
It's 10 foot wide, so basically it would
It's
be like
2 squares.
what you have is right. Yeah, it's like a half a square for below and above.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
So,
okay,
but yeah,
that's what I do.
Gilrith, if you are not wanting to resist, you can just blow 15 feet towards down the line.
Yeah, he just like has no resistance. He just kind of like
You just hold out your arms. You're like the guy in the chair in the commercial, just like slowly trying to grab a string.
Let it push him forward, just like.
Okay. Yeah, and Gilrith, as you kind of land, you can sense that the poison's been cleared from this. Now, Tritus, that is a vocal component as well, so you're holding your breath, if you choosing to do so, is halved. But I don't think you were holding your breath specifically, or were you?
No. And also, does that clear any of the mist by any chance when I do that?
Everything is cleared from that area.
Fantastic. Okay, so in that case, with that in mind, and with my newfound flight ability, is the creature still near my good friend Cadence?
Yes.
Alrighty, in that case, I'll take out my glaive, head towards Cadence to help her out, get within 10 feet of the creature, because I have 10 foot range for this attack. I can't see that part of the map, so we'll say right here. And I just have my glaive out at the ready. I can't attack with it because I'm out of actions, unfortunately, but I'll just throw up my throw again and then trying to intimidate the creature.
Okay.
Can't wait to strike down.
Go ahead and roll an intimidate check, and then also, I forgot, roll your constitution save, please.
Oh,
And-
absolutely. Yeah, that's an 8.
Okay. 17 points as your lungs feel like they're beginning to be on fire.
I'm fine,
And,
I'm fine.
And you're... This is like the most opposite of water you could possibly imagine. It feels terrible on your skin.
Tastes like the corrupted ocean from all of the garbage that's been laying around.
Okay. On initiative 6, 4, and 2.
Oh god.
Oh, Tritus.
These
Oh,
three...
boy.
It's alright.
Oh, Tritus.
It's alright. I got
so-
this.
Is it alright?
2 of them
No.
fly up to you and begin to try to claw you with their fingers. That's going to be 2 attacks. That is a 19 and a 12. What's your armor? Hello?
Gilrith? I think
My
you're
God.
good again.
Oh, no, this is on Tritus.
Oh, this is on
Tritus,
me?
sorry.
Yep.
Yeah,
Pourquoi?
that's I didn't answer.
AC? Yeah, my AC is 18, so that hits.
Sure. So the claw, as you feel it kind of rake across you, you take 6 points of damage. The other one isn't able to get close enough. Now, Gilrith, this one tries to shove you off the bridge again. Oh my goodness. Sucky. So bad. Terrible. You are still need to roll, but most likely you will be fine.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you are out of reach for my +3.
Oh no.
You have flight,
Gilbert
you have
just,
flight
like,
boots,
thinking,
so worst
"Aw,
comes
how
to worst, you
cute."
just like, whatever.
Tessa, top of the round. Roll Constitution, please.
Okay. Constitution. 17.
Okay, you are fine. You take 5 points of poison.
Okay.
What
So
do you do?
I'm gonna move 30 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20.
You do
0,
have
2,
less
10,
movement speed in the gust of 1, just keep in mind. 2 feet for every feet, I believe.
Is it? Okay.
Let
I
me
think
see.
I get to probably. Whoop. Ah! Stop it! Hey, go over there.
Somewhere
Go
around
right
there.
Somewhere in there. We'll go here, but at least I can breathe.
Yeah.
You can refresh your breath, yes.
Yes, thank goodness. Okay. And I'm still. Do I need to make a concentration check for the Constitution saving throw because I took damage?
If you took
For
damage,
fly.
so yes, you would. I don't think you took hardly any, so I think really 10 or above plus Constitution is a pass.
20.
Boom.
Yep.
My buddies are flying.
You're
You
so
are-
concentrated.
I am
Good job.
so focused. Thank God.
That was horrifying.
Okay. See, looking over the edge, can I see any of them at all?
Perception, please.
Okay. I would like to use Tides of Chaos to roll with advantage.
Okay, go ahead.
Damn it!
Nope.
You can actually, because of it being
Or
cleared,
vulnerability.
your visibility extends a little bit further than it normally would, and because it didn't get that much further from Gilrith, almost straight down 10 feet, you can see that there's one of the harpies.
Okay, would you like me to roll on the wild magic table right now, or would you like me to wait till the end of my turn?
For the Tides of Chaos, you can roll, and then for spell, you didn't cast anything yet.
Correct. I roll a d10, your height changes. Oh god. Okay, hold on.
It's odd, so you shrink.
Okay.
It's
You
odd, so I do
shrink down.
I do shrink. I shrink 9 inches.
Oh god.
Miniature
How
How tall are you
Tessa.
now? Like 4 foot something?
I was 5'3" before, yeah.
You're 4'3". No, you're
Oh,
4'6".
how cute.
I am 4'6".
Okay.
And
What do
then as a changeling, I think I can change that back. So I will probably do that later. But for now, I run up next to Gilbert, and all of a sudden I go, whoop, and I shrink down. But I point at the one that I see out there, and I shout my incantation, and I hit it with a chaos bolt.
Okay, that hits it and is at 13 or 12 points of damage together.
That is, yeah, exactly 12. And if it makes any difference, it is acid damage.
Okay. It does make a difference, actually. So it strikes the creature as it's descending down, and it shrieks, and you can see the globule of acid just kind of coat one of its wings and just kind of almost drip off. It does not seem to have done as much as it could have.
Well, I had a choice between that or poison, so I went with acid to kind of go from there. Okay, good to know.
Okay.
And then I will roll for wild magic question mark. No, I'm good.
Okay. So next up then is on initiative 20. I think you killed the 20 initiative. I didn't. I need to keep better notes. So that's going to be Gilrith.
Yeah.
Alright.
Are you gonna willingly take the 15 feet plunge? You can save against it if you want.
Oh, because yeah, it's ongoing, right?
Yeah, it's ongoing.
I think that kind of makes up for the fact that he has to be penalized for the next movements.
Alright. Perception.
26. Ooh.
Yeah, you can see that there's another of these creatures from above about to come down, and looking from back, you can see there's another one around.
Alright. So, using my bow. Boom. On this guy here.
Hey, Tessa, real quick, was the Chaos Bolt piercing?
No.
Okay. So, Gilrith, yeah, you strike him. You're shooting at the top one?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's 5 points. Now, he would be vulnerable to the damage, actually. So that's 10 damage that you shoot into him. And it shrieks and seems to like divert a little bit, like it's no longer wanting to strike at you.
And then my second attack is going at this guy here.
Okay. This one's just level with you, zooming towards you. Okay, that hits. Now, this arrow, he keels over to the and just kind of spins out into the fog.
He'll look back at the first one he shot and just raise his own frill and give it a hiss.
Okay.
Like challenging it to come at him.
Okay, if you're wanting to try to get it to come at you, because right now it looks like it's about to abort, roll an intimidation check. Okay.
Just hissing at it.
And it looks like it's still about to abort. It's the opposite effect of what you wanted.
Either way is fine.
So the 18 was also killed, so I guess it doesn't matter because Cadence is next. What do you do?
Cool. So this one in front of me is still full health, right?
Yeah, it's been able to dodge your attack and it's clawed at you so far.
Cool. Okay. I'm going to attack it with my flame tongue longsword.
Okay.
I'm assuming that hits.
Nice.
Yeah, now, you're both flying. It's got wings. You're just floating, flying. How do you kill it?
I think I will... I will try to chop a wing off because I wanted to get away and stop chasing us. So, yeah, it falls down.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Yes.
Sorry,
Well
not
done.
sorry. And then I want to use my movement to move over beside Tritus and attack the one that's down here beside him.
Sure.
As a free action before I do, though, I'm just going to say to Tritus, we need to get out of here. There's a lot more than I thought. And then I'll swing at the one beside him.
Okay. Now,
Nonsense, you're doing quite well.
same thing. This one, how do you kill it with your flaming sword?
Oh, boy. This one I will stab
Oh,
in
snap.
the chest.
Though I was thinking those were all damages. Are you doing one-handed or two-handed? Because actually, the other one wouldn't die if it was the one-handed one.
The two-handed, I was imagining.
Okay, so yeah, then it's dead, and then this one's dead too.
Cool.
The flame tongue, does it do 2d6 no matter what?
That's what it's...
Okay,
Is
then
that-
yeah,
Yeah, it's
then
bonus fire
Mackenzie,
damage. Does that make sense?
yeah. Especially
Yeah,
this one with
2d6 fire.
max damage. You
Yeah, I believe so.
destroy this one as this is the one that
Fine.
clawed Tritus, and you just sever its arms and follow up and decapitate or whatever you want to do.
boy.
It is very, very dead and in pieces. Cadence, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw with advantage, or not advantage, with the +3.
Actually, with advantage
With
too.
advantage because of, the poison resistance.
Very true. Okay. Yep.
Yay.
And then you used words to speak, so your time is once again cut in half
Oh,
for your
yes.
holding your breath.
Okay,
So at this point, I'd like to know what your Constitution's bonus is. Is it
Like
+6?
when I make a con save, what it says beside it,
no.
+6.
Not the save, the score.
Oh, at the top,
hmm
just +2.
Okay, so I think it's just 2 minutes then that you can hold your breath. I think.
Okay.
It's what the thing, and that's been halved to 1 minute, and now that's been halved to 30 seconds.
Oh,
So
God. Okay.
okay, so you are, and then this is another round, so that's actually minus another 12 for it being round 2. So you've got like 3 rounds left, if my math is correct, before you run out of air. Yeah, you take only 1 damage from this, 3 down to 1.
Okay.
Then, so 18's gone, 16, 14, 12, and 10. So there's 4 of these emerge. And these ones are flying at Abigail. So as these both try to gang up on you, roll your check to try to maintain your footing.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, we match.
So with that, defender wins, I believe, for a grapple. So they land on the walkway and they start trying to like kind of wrestle your arms. They have their hands on you, but you're still able to move freely. But they do not fly away at this point. They are landed there and they're trying to claw at you. The other two
Great.
that get to attack, this one's going to fly underneath and disappear. This one is going to try to fly into the gust of wind, and so it's going to need to make a check. Was it DC?
DC
Something?
is
14?
Sorry, DC is 14. Yeah. Apologies.
Oh,
I'd
jeez.
say it passes.
So it lands directly in front of Tessa, sorry, and then just 2 claws swing down. It only gets 1 attack, but it's using like both its claws in that attack until it trips and it lands firmly on and weathers the gust, but it lands on a loose rock and loses its footing. The claw goes wide. Then it's Abigail's turn.
All right.
What kind of bridge are we on?
Just solid suspended rock bridge, just floating.
Okay. I was gonna say, this would be really bad for a rope bridge.
No, it's rock.
You see Abigail take both of her forearms and slam them together, and she is automatically struck by a giant purple lightning bolt, and the symbol of the goddess of Umberly on both of her forearms. There's a blue-green wave curling left and right. As she slams her arms together to rage, the symbol itself glows purple, and so you just see this storm appear above Abigail, and it's a 10-foot storm. So immediately as part of my bonus action, this dude right here is going to go ahead and have to make a dexterity saving throw of 15.
Okay. He braces, the wings extend and kind of...
So he takes half of that, so he takes 3. So 3 lightning damage. And then with my raging whatnot, I'm going to take an attack at the guy I just lightning bolted for my first attack, which is a 28
Okay.
for 10
That's
damage.
a miss. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, your lance.
How do you kill him?
I take my lance, and as the lightning bolt comes down and he looks, I basically take my arm, shove it up into the lightning with my lance on top of it, and bring the lance down through his skull. So it's almost like I grabbed the lightning bolt and stabbed him through the skull with it. And then I'm gonna turn to the guy who is behind me, and 24 for 14 damage.
Okay. Plus
basically
rage.
spinning the lance, and I just like split it right through his back without looking completely through him.
Okay. The 2 bodies
I-
just crumple down to the rock.
Yep. I look around and I yell, "Everybody doing all right? Cause I'm getting out." And then I'm gonna move over here and touch this gem thing.
Okay. As you touch it, you're still being swirled with lightning magic, right, from your rage?
Yeah.
So the crystal begins to almost like absorb some of the lightning essence that's surrounding you and kind of pulses. It looks like it's about to shatter.
Well, then only using 5 feet to get there, I'm gonna go ahead and go 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I have half my movement because I raged earlier, so I'll have a total of 60 feet. So there's 30 feet so far.
Okay.
I'm gonna see what happens and see if I need to move back closer. So I have enough movement to get back to the crystal if it shatters.
It does not. The pulse begins to like settle down a little bit. It's still got this swirling orange energy inside the crystal. It's like a 4
I'm
by
gonna use the
4.
rest of my thing and just move. I'll move there, so it's still inside my lightning storm then. There you
Okay.
go. That's my turn.
Yep, it begins to pulse a little bit less, than it was
Okay.
before, but still, it seems
Alright.
agitated by it. Initiative number 8, Tritus. You feel 2 more claw attacks on you. That is going to be a 8 and a 21.
The second attack hits. First attack misses.
That is going to be... You're vulnerable to it, right? Because of the spell?
It's piercing. I'm vulnerable to not slashing.
Okay, this is slashing damage with a claw. So you are fine. It takes 2d4 plus 1. So 6 more points as it rakes you across the back and then across the back again with its other arm. It howls at you, and then it begins to go whoosh, and no attacks of opportunity. It disappears into the fog. Actually, it can't do that. It multi-attacked. Never mind. Its hound's there looking dumb. And then it's Tritus' turn.
Am I up next?
Yes.
Excellent. And since this creature is 5 feet in front of me and not 10 feet away, I will pull up my trident, which I do not have written down. I'll write that in quickly. A quick question. And if I cast Ensnaring Strike on the creature, does that mean it'll stop flying? if it gets
It's not
entangled?
concentration. If it gets entangled, it would not be able to fly. This flies with its wings.
Interesting. So as a bonus action, I would like to add Ensnaring Strike as my, as a bunch of crabs begin surrounding my trident, just like getting their snips ready, and it's like the crab from Finding Nemo where they're like, yeah. And once I finally get my damage down, I would like to make an attack with my trident with the Ensnaring Strike on it. Come on, Kobe!
Okay.
That's only a 12 to hit.
That hits it still.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so it needs to make me a strength saving throw.
Okay.
And take 4 points of piercing damage. Fantastic.
Okay.
It does fail its strength saving throw, however, and it takes an additional 2 points of piercing damage as it is now entangled.
And piercing is doubled, so that is a total of
4. 4 plus 4 is 8. Oh, wait, no. 4 plus 4 is
2.
8.
Yeah, so it's 12. 6 times 2,
12.
right?
Hey, yeah, 12.
So
that's right.
That's just enough to kill it.
And as it falls into the fog, I just wave at it. And with my extra attack, I would like to take my my trident and throw it at this fucker right over here.
Okay.
21 to hit. That could have been a crit if I had advantage.
Yep. You would automatically have disadvantage because of the throwing into the gust of wind, but the 21 still hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Now, question: is there any chance I could add Divine Smite to this?
So it's a ranged attack, so no, it would have to be melee. I will tell you right now, you don't need to do that though.
All right, fair enough.
Girith has shot this one already.
Sorry, it takes 7, not 7 plus 6, so 7 piercing damage, which is doubled to 14.
Yeah, you drop it like a sack of potatoes. It trips a little bit as it lands in front of Tessa, and then whooshing through the neck. The trident just sticks out, and it slumps to the ground.
All right.
Somewhere in the world, you hear a girl crying, "My potatoes! No!"
My cabbages! I just throw over to Cadence, risking taking more poison damage because I'm an idiot, and saying, "Are you alright?"
That's right. Please roll your Constitution save.
Got it. Hey, that's a 21.
Okay, you take 7 more points of poison.
Are you alright?
Of course I'm alright. We've got this. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Sounds good.
And as I open my mouth, do I have to roll a save?
Yeah, so yours is 18 down to 9, and then, basically, you're on your last round before you can't hold, you have to take a gasp of air.
Everybody, so I will rush into the gust of wind in that case with my movement and end my turn.
Okay. Okay.
So I can breathe.
Perfect. Initiatives 6 and 4 are dead. There's just the 1 on 2. He flies somewhere else. Tessa, your turn. This gust of wind is kind of still swirling around you. What do you do? If you want to take the free 15 feet, you can just kind of like lift your feet off the ground and you just propel forwards.
Okay. Yeah, the first thing that happens is I let out a scream as this thing lands in front of me, and then it biffs the swing, and I feel a little relieved. And then as I'm bracing myself to do something, all of a sudden a trident hits it, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Oh, you sound really bad. Don't worry, I'm here to help. And I will cast Healing Word at 3rd level to you. So you get 9. That's a horrible
magic.
roll. Sorry.
Magic time.
Thank you.
Okay. And then I will, let's see. Can I roll a perception check to see if I can spot where the other one is?
Yes, and then also wild magic for the 3rd level spell.
Oh,
yeah. You don't see the harpy.
Nope.
Can I use Tides of Chaos to try to see?
Yes.
Total of 20.
Okay. You don't see it, but you see kind of a swirl of the fog being disturbed underneath the bridge until it gets out of your line of sight, kind of past here, because of the cloud blocking your vision.
Okay.
You can tell it went that way somewhere.
Okay. So I will roll my wild magic surge. Oh no. What is this? For the next minute, you can see invisible creatures if you have line of sight of it.
Hey, that's actually useful.
That's fun.
Nice.
Okay.
That's fun. That does not work here because he's hidden within the fog. But still, that's fun. But I'm gonna shout. I'm gonna point a finger in its general direction because I kind of know where it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I will shout back, and it'll be like, "Get back here! Don't be a coward!" And I want to cast vicious mockery at it.
Sorry,
It takes 6 points of psychic damage, and you hear.
She looks really confused, and she's like, I don't know if it was yelling back at me because I yelled at it, or if it died. I'm not too sure, but either way, good news is the next time it tries to hit one of us, gonna have a bad time. And then I will move up to Tritus and wave for Cadence to join us in the wind. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. No, not this one. Okay. Gilworth, are you doing anything?
Alright. He's gonna take a big gulp of fresh air and basically getting ready to hold breath type of thing, and he's gonna make a perception. Boop.
Okay. You can hear from up ahead and kind of see through the fog that there's like this swirling kind of lightning magic up ahead, which you can presume is Abigail. Besides that, your party's behind you. You can see Tritus and Tessa clearly in this open space, despite the howling winds here of the gust. And then from somewhere out there in the fog, you can see kind of a flaming blade of Cadence, but nothing else seems to be around.
Alright. So, is there anything I can do? Because I don't want to get too close to that storm happening there.
Yeah, if you want to just sit it out.
Okay. Might rope trick silent. He will have a attack at the ready.
Okay. So holding an action for if something appears that's unfriendly or something?
Yes.
Okay. Cadence, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw. This is basically like your last breath of air. Like you're at the point where your lungs are like just desperate to like open your mouth and just take a gasp.
Come to us.
Okay. You take only 3 points of poison damage from your skin burning from this fog, and you are going to be out of air at the end of this round.
Okay. So I'm going to try to get in towards where everyone is again.
Okay.
And so I have 60 feet since I'm flying still, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. Can I just kind of dip in?
Yep, you get in.
Say, hey!
You can
Dip your head in and nothing else.
emerge,
Just you're like, hey, what's up?
and you just gasp. You can bonus action re-inhale all the airs.
Ah. Man, that is good air. Okay, and then I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
I'm gonna fly by.
That's
Cool
the
air,
spirit.
guys.
That's some good air.
30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Hold my breath, and I will go towards this strange-looking lightning thing.
Okay.
So 60 would be here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not counting it.
Actually, you know what?
Honesty.
I will hover beside the bridge, if that's okay.
Okay, yeah, and you can be, because it extends 5 feet over on each direction, or 3.5 feet, whatever it is, 2.5 feet, you can still be in the clear section by being there. You're fine. Abigail, roll Constitution saving
Um,
throw.
Sure. Very
Sorry, I'm
fun.
having trouble hearing you. I don't know if it's on my end.
Oh, testing,
yeah, I can
testing.
hear it too.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
breaking up.
Okay, it might need to take a minute.
You're breaking up.
Robo
Yeah.
Adrian.
Yeah,
Hello,
you're
Adrian.
breaking up really bad, Adrian.
Testing.
Still bad.
Yeah, it's still bad.
Sad panda.
Oh no. We've been attacked by aliens. Alien
Man.
noises.
Like one heck of a beatboxer, though.
Yeah.
Positive lighting.
On the brighter side of life.
Exactly.
Ernest wondering why I don't stream anymore. Lol.
Testing.
Horror.
Testing.
Hello.
Confirm.
You're back.
Hello there.
Yeah, I don't like Comcast right now. It's mean to me.
It is mean to you.
Alright, so for my turn, I'm going to drop a lightning bolt on this thing for 3 lightning damage.
Okay.
Purple lightning bolt just
Okay.
on top of it.
Before that, just roll your con save real quick.
Oh yeah.
Not a problem for barbarian.
Okay.
21,
You take
reduced.
1 point of poison damage, and as you just let go of this lightning bolt, there's an explosion, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Actually, I will keep the token
I
for
can
a
see
second.
this one coming.
Chow.
Bam. Oh, but I have inspiration.
D6.
Oh no, 14.
Okay.
Oh, nuggets.
So you're blown completely back. Now, which direction? I will have you roll 1d6.
Oh no.
1d6.
Actually, no, 1d8, because I'm going to give you a little bit
Did
of
you
a
blow up the
benefit.
crystal?
Yeah.
Well, it's like every action movie. This shiny metal object is going to explode if you touch it. Come on.
So this is
That's
1, 2, 3, 4. So you get blown back and roll another dexterity saving throw as you hit the ground and almost fall off the edge.
No.
You're able to catch on with one hand, still maintaining your weapon with the other, but you are now hanging there as the crystal just shards go everywhere. From the force of the explosion, you take 17 halved down to, because you're raging still, so that is halved to 8 points of piercing damage as all these crystal needles almost just pepper you from the front. But you are now, you're now hanging.
all right. Well, that was my bonus action to use my lightning bolt. So I'm going to use my action or movement, whichever one, to clamber back up on top of this bridge.
Okay, yep, just roll a check for that. Athletics.
Athletics
With
check.
advantage because of rage.
All right. It might automatically do it. Let's see. 27.
Yeah, you just
Wow.
with one arm hoist yourself up and like stand up. The bodies are completely blown off the bridge as well. But up ahead, you can see that the bridge is just continues on into the fog.
Well, seeing as I'm probably getting close, I mean, I can hold my breath for 4 minutes, but I'm gonna use some of my movement, 5, 10, 15, come in here, take a big old gulp of fresh air to renew my vigor, and
Oh,
then
look, another
20,
head.
25, 30, 35, 40, bam. So I renewed my breath. I expelled the old and inhaled the new, and then went back.
Okay. Now, you guys are out of initiative, if you are not aware of that. So, proceeding forwards down the bridge, as far as you can see, it looks to just continue in a straight line, still surrounded by the yellow fog. This poisoning, itchy texture all around your bodies. It's just a pain to walk through. You've got the safe zone, which will last, I think, for about a minute, so like maybe like 40 seconds left. Oh, so yeah, so it's like a safe zone that you can continue to do.
Take a break in the fresh air before we head out again.
I grab a healing potion and I give it to
like
Tritus.
It's like one big oil spill. Thank you, but that won't be necessary. I suggest you use that on yourself. I have my helping hands. To
She looks
resuscitate
down
me.
She looks down at herself, not even half as injured as you are, and just says, "You got two choices. Either you take this and drink it, or I shove it down your throat."
I immediately touch myself with my hands, and I use 25 points of lay in hands, and you can see that the hands heal like all of the scars and burns on my body and around my neck. Once I get healed back 25 hit points, and I just raise my eyebrows.
There's women here. What are you doing?
Beg your pardon?
And with that, he's just gonna hold breath. He's gonna proceed.
Okay.
I'm just
I
gonna take
don't
off
understand. Was that
to get
rude
through the
in your
wind.
culture? I just saying save that for someone who desperately needs it. Alright,
Do
if
you
I
have
desperately
pockets on
need-
you?
I do have pockets on me.
Great. I want to sleight of hand this potion into your bag.
You don't have to sleight hand it. I'll take it. It's like if you insist.
I insist. That's why I'm offering it to you.
Much.
Please take.
Much obliged, small one. Because I'm like 6'5".
I'm not that small. Oh. And then she kind of realizes how small she said.
Are you just saying that as your head is popping through the fog, gust of wind?
100%, 100% saying, touch it! Yes!
Is that like a
I got you.
sign
I
of
got
good
you.
faith in
I
your
got
culture?
you.
I'll
got you, don't
put
worry.
your hand, I suppose.
Touch
I hold up
hands,
my
touch hands.
hand awkwardly.
Oh my god, can we lay on hands each other at the same time with a cool high five?
Yes,
That's
you
what we
can.
call in the business. Touch
Do it.
hands.
Yeah, there you
Touching
go.
it.
So, Gilworth and Abigail, are you proceeding on?
Yeah.
Okay. So both of you roll Constitution saving throws, and Abigail, because the poison is going to actively harm you every round, I think that keeps your rage on pretty much indefinitely.
It does for a minute, yeah. So I'm a ragey girl. 26. So whatever this
Okay.
is, half. Oh, nice.
Yeah. So you're both going to take quarter damage. Now, how far do you want to scout ahead? The bridge
I'm
seems
running full. I'm just gonna run 80 feet around. Just
Okay.
book it. Just
Okay. So you're going to basically make it 2 rounds before something happens. So I'm going to just roll.
Okay.
For
You want me to just roll 2 saves then? So
yeah.
we're effectively gonna take 2. Okay.
Sure. We'll do it that way.
Okay. Cool. So that's 10.
So you take
7,
5,
17.
and then Gilrith, you passed also. No, sorry, 5 half down to 2, and Gilrith 7 half down to 3 half down to 1. So Gilrith takes 1 for the first round. Second round is 3-1 for Abigail and 1 for Gilrith as well. So you both reach up to the next map. So I'll just stack up at the end, and I'll copy over in a moment. For everybody,
Can I drink a healing potion?
sure,
Cool. Cool.
you can do that
As I
as
run
your.
my cool potion
yeah.
time. Yeah.
Then you just discard the glass bottle off the edge, or what do you do with it? Out of curiosity.
That one.
Oh.
Don't discard the bottle.
I'll keep it. I don't. Yeah.
You
Somebody
take
else.
Try
like
to
a
get
weapon
some of
that
that.
you
Try to get some of the gas.
Why don't you just eat it like a normal person?
I was asking the same thing.
So,
Jesus.
Tritus, Tessa, and Cadence, are you going to just kind of fly after them? You all, I think, have pretty good movement speed, except
Yeah.
Tessa. But if you're like carrying her, you can just go whoosh.
Oh yeah, can we try to carry her since we're flying still for a bit?
Yep.
We each grab an arm.
I am 4'6". I will climb
Yeah.
onto Cadence's back.
Yeah, with 2 people holding you, if it's like arm over each, you won't have to roll. You can just do it, and then dashing is what, 80 feet still, or is it 100 feet or 120?
120 because
120.
we're 60, right?
Okay, so you can catch up to Abigail, and I'll say you can only you'd only need to roll 1 Constitution save as you're just bursting ahead. So everybody, let's see. Yeah, you grabbed your trident back. That's fine.
It does.
as you two take me, as like I got my arms, one arm around each of you, we're just like booking it. I'm just wee.
Hold on!
So everybody
Great time.
with your con saves, please.
Not sure why you're enjoying this, but I appreciate your enthusiasm.
Just the 3 of them, or all 5 of them?
No, this is just for them. You've already done yours. So for
This is the kind of above the sea fun we have, just so you know.
Don't forget your plus 3 Tessa and Cadence.
So Cadence, you take 2 points of poison. Tessa, you take 4 points of poison.
Okay.
And for Tritus, you rolled a 14. Yeah, you take 3 points of poison. Did anybody hold their breaths?
Yeah, I would have as we were flying out.
I'll do it this time. I finally learned my lesson after.
Well, I talked, so I don't think so.
Actually, no, I probably didn't because I shouted "we." So no.
I was talking about how fun it is to be above the sea.
Alright, so that's expending air. Are you voluntarily wanting to take damage, or are you just wanting to cut your breathing time in half?
I will voluntarily take damage because I screamed "we."
I'll voluntarily take damage too. I'll be a slave to trends.
Okay, so you all pass. So for Tessa, you take 4 points of damage additional. Tritus takes 3, and Cadence, if you want to voluntarily take it, you can take 4, or you can cut your breathing in half.
I'll take it.
Okay, and then I will roll my Constitution saving throw for the fly. 15.
That's
I think I'm okay.
Alright, now copy. Because Abigail, you followed by Gilrith, kind of get there first, but you come to a break in the bridge up ahead. Let's paste your token midis, enlarge them appropriately. And here you guys are. The gap is bigger than that. I imagine it being about 15 feet.
How long
Yours
has it been?
flies across.
Are we still flying?
You're flying. If you have the fly ability, yes. Gilrith, as soon as
you flying, so it just goes across.
As soon as you get to the center, you hit a force of there's an invisible wall there, and you just almost like fall down, but your boots catch you.
No.
He kind of just like floating there, just taps on the wall. Huh.
Yeah, your hand just kind of slides across nothing, but there's definitely something like a force field blocking there.
Can I take one of my javelins because I'm stupid and throw it at the supposed wall of force?
It's out of the way.
Yeah. It's alright, I won't hit you, as I was aiming like right at you until you moved away, and I fire my javelin.
Yep. It ricochets off and begins to drop.
Bizarre. It seems to only affect seems to only affect physical beings that pass through it. Does anyone have a way to detect magic, perchance?
Nope.
No.
Well, perhaps there's a way around it? Maybe?
So,
Fly above
going with the flying is going to test the gap here to see if that is in fact a gap, or if there is.
The rock is indeed a gap, but in the center of the gap, there's just invisible force field, just going straight up, straight down, straight left and right as far as you can feel.
Perhaps we went the wrong way.
There's only been one direction to go.
I don't say it. I say it with pride.
That is so confusing.
Poor Tritus.
At this point, everybody roll Constitution saves again.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's 14. 14.
Oh, that's right, because you have +3. Yep. Okay, so everybody's fine. I'm gonna do one bulk damage to the group because that's simpler. So that's 3 points for everybody because nobody failed, and then if anybody's talking or out of air, that would be another 4 points.
Oof. Yeah, we gotta solve this in fast.
It's me.
Okay.
I get hit with all the poison and I pull out another potion I have and I drink it.
Alright. right. Perhaps it's.
I try and shatter this with my lance. Since
This
have
is
a
why I
10-foot
don't
reach
like
on
the
it.
surface world.
You can try stabbing it. It doesn't seem to do much. It hits the end, and you can see there's a definite wall there, but it
Does
just
my
kind of
lightning do
scrapes
anything?
across. Now that's
Does this
maybe.
lightning do anything?
Yeah, you can try lightning. We can roll damage for that.
It is just a 1d6 lightning damage, so bam.
Yeah, as that one's like bickering, you're just like.
Now, as the lightning bolt strikes, it hits the invisible wall. It hits it, and you can see almost like a bullet hole or a crack in the windshield type thing. There's a little, and now just floating where it hit, there's this little score mark in what used to be invisible wall.
I point out that I went out where my lightning bolt hit and how there's a scar there, and I'm just trying to like mimic to just do that with magic.
Perhaps we should throw more magic at it.
I mean, I can just keep every bonus action. I can just hit it with another lightning bolt.
Yeah,
Well,
I have,
that
like,
could be
if you want
time
I have-
consuming.
Basically, I have 5 more rounds worth of lightning bolts left, so I'll just roll 5d6s, and this will be my total rage lightning bolt before rage wears away.
Sure.
So 21 lightning damage from just me, just like throwing lightning bolt at it.
Okay, and that is
Right.
including the original 3, right? Or after? So it's 6 total?
That is to 6 total, so 24 total lightning
Okay,
damage.
24
And then
total.
my rage will at that point have
Okay.
subsided.
Since you're acting for 5 rounds, roll 5 constitution saves.
Oh
God.
God.
Oh, 5, you said?
1, 2,
This is for Abigail only. 'Cause,
Okay.
1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5. So I
Those
think I
are
passed.
those are all saves.
So all of this that you give me is going to be halved plus halved again.
I'm ready
So-
to heal you. If
So
need
just
be.
do
so
well, it's 10d6.
Jesus!
34. 34 is half to 17, which is then half to 8. Okay.
yep.
Cool.
Yep, you take
I mean,
8
I'm gonna
points
drink it
over
now.
these 5. Now,
I'm gonna drink a greater healing potion because that didn't feel good.
now is everybody just waiting for Abigail's? Just, she keeps like, well, how describe how you're dispending or just charging the lightning?
I
Special item. The Orb of the
Basically,
Veil allows us an advantage on finding hidden paths and doors.
basically what I'm doing as far as how this lightning is concerned, like I basically have my eyes, instead of being their normal coloration with their normal green with their white pupils, they go completely purple, and it's almost like instead of like demonized, they're purple, but there's little lightning bolts crackling from the side. And I just raise my lance up in the air and keep pointing it toward. I basically charge it up for a second and then just point it towards the wall, and a quick concussive force of just purple lightning bolts just all come down like just a straight lightning storm.
So it's like,
I have a question. If we have to wait, if I created a wall of water and my allies held their breath within the wall of water, would they not be affected by the poison
possibly.
in that wall of water?
You want to try?
I certainly will. Let me get the description of it real
Sure.
quick for you.
Thank you.
Done. All right, and that's
Wall of
another
water.
once a day
10 feet high,
spell.
30 feet long. Yeah, so 10 feet high, 30 feet long. 1
Yeah, I'll
foot
make it, like,
thick.
Yeah, across the bridge, and I'm like, all right, for those who have to wait, just wait inside the water. You won't get affected by the poison in there.
Are you able to like bend the wall at all and kind of make it like zigzag so it's more than a foot thick? I'm gonna say this is a very clever use of that. So I'm gonna say you just have to be in
Yeah,
single
thank you.
file, but you can basically not take poison damage for the remaining rounds while the lightning's discharging.
And I don't need to hold my breath in there. I'm just like, feels like home.
Very clever. You get inspiration for that.
Oh, you're too kind.
Yay!
For Cadence and Tessa and Gilrith, are you going to submerge into this wall of water?
George just puts his hood up on his cloak and just sprays water that way. Cloak
Okay.
of the Manta Ray, everyone.
So
Useful
you're-
item.
Oh, you have
Um,
a manta ray as well. I have one at home. I call him Charlie.
So if you're getting in the wall of water, we'll just say it's kind of like angled off that way, and you can see it just kind of splashes against the invisible force field and just goes whoosh off to the side. But as the lightning strikes keep hitting the wall, You can see it's starting to crack and splinter slightly. Still definitely very solid. But after 5 rounds, that is 5 times 6 is 30 seconds. Everybody's held breath except for Tritus is beginning to wane a little bit. Tessa, if you are speaking, and Cadence,
Wait,
you are
why am I-
speaking.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, I spoke.
You are now having your volume, your capacity one more time. So if that's Cadence, if you were 2 minutes, that's down to 1, and then minus another 30 seconds because of the rounds that are passing. And then the travel time, you're basically down to like 4 rounds left without air. For Tessa, what's your constitution bonus?
+1, but I wasn't holding my breath at all because I weed all the way here.
Right. Now, are you going in the waterfall?
I'm assuming you've made it so we can all breathe in the water?
You can't breathe in the water,
I-
but your exposure to the air poison might go away.
Yeah, your exposure to the poison will like pretty much go away if you're in the water.
Okay, well, we're gonna fix this. So, I will look at all my compatriots and grant water breathing to everyone,
Oh yeah.
Okay.
and
well,
I
I
will
don't need
step
it.
inside the water.
Me gasping, not Cadence.
And
Oh, maybe it was Cadence gasping in the water.
And I just, as you're kind of like, oh, finally, if I
Okay.
can breathe underwater, I'm just like swimming constantly, like laid on my
treading
back,
water, like floating out.
treading water, like practicing my
off.
Michael Phelps
Yeah.
breaststroke.
Okay, perfect. So everybody in the wall does not take any poison damage or the 4 things. You can all restock your breathing. And as Abigail just outside is like 5 rounds have passed. Abigail, you feel the rage expenditures kind of coming to an end. What do you do?
I will step into the water.
Okay.
And firstly, I see Tritus trying to swim fast, so I swim faster than Tritus. Just
Oh, there we
because.
go.
Now,
Um,
from an outside perspective, just imagine like this is a wall of water, so it's very thin and tall and long, and you have 5 characters that are all just like swimming up and about like an ant farm in the thing that you're holding.
can make it
Just
work.
all these
Don't worry.
beasties just like swimming up and down and all around. That's amazing. Tessa,
breathe
can you roll
underwater
your wild
now.
magic too?
Can we talk underwater?
Yes, I will.
Tritus can.
17,
Okay, you're fine.
so we're good.
Can we talk with water breathing?
Can I
Oh,
talk
uh,
in the water?
You should be able to.
I will immediately
Um,
try to.
I
Me too.
would rule that unless you can speak the Aquan,
Aquan.
I don't think you can speak underwater in common.
So does Bubbles.
Yeah, it's like
Well,
and you just inhale and it's fine, but you can mumble to each other.
I will keep pointing at the wall and trying to point out the lightning bolt marks that I left and like trying to like indicate magic usage.
Mm-hmm.
Like with a wand or like doing hand shapes like going towards the wall. Try to mime it. Here, do you want me to do a performance check to see how bad I mime this?
Sure.
Playing
It's not
charades.
actually terrible.
That's pretty good.
that's actually pretty good.
I can tell. I mean, I live underwater, so I probably have an easier time telling.
Yeah, like just do this. Oh, here, and this thing, and up. Yeah, those
We
things.
need magic, more magic to break down the wall. I think is what he's trying to say.
I'm a she, not he.
My apologies, I'm still used to the whole gender thing on the surface.
I have lots of long hair.
It's a
I'll
lot
assure
easier
you.
to tell with
That is
Triton.
true.
It's a lot
Uh,
easier to
has-
tell the genders of Triton. So
Cadence is like and you get inspiration.
Blurb, 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 blurb. Let's see. Hold on. I gotta check my spells. Is there anything that I can probably not?
I could do Moonbeam, but Moonbeam's concentration, so that means we're gonna lose the wall if we do that.
I will flail my hands and point to myself, and then I will stick my head out of the waterfall.
No, you're just sticking out the window and like just pointing your finger at it and going back in.
Basically, that's what I'm doing, and I'm sticking my head out, and I will shout my verbal components, and draw my little symbol in the air, and I will cast Firebolt at the wall.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
So that's a 21 to hit the wall.
Yep, that you hit the wall regardless of what you roll, except for natural ones. Okay, yeah, it scars it and kind of leaves some smoke damage.
Awesome. Do you want me to roll a Constitution saving throw for
It's
my head
very
being out?
it's very quick. I will let you roll for and it'll all automatically be half damage since you're just popping out and popping back in.
Okay. 19.
Okay, so
Well,
you
like,
take
23.
2 points of damage.
Okay. And then I will poke my head back in, and I will do this
That's
like
my
5 more times.
Yeah.
Boing, 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 boing.
Okay.
I'm like pinballing myself out.
Yep, just
Look
go
at moves.
spam the roll20 with your attacks.
Do I see Tess doing
Exactly.
Get
So,
used to the land of the sea already.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Okay.
5.
Someone
No
add that
natural
up for
ones.
me.
That's nice.
Someone add that up for me. These are
28, 32, 43, 47.
plus 35 is how much?
17 for my first roll.
40,
and that's
47
bad.
plus 35 is 52, 7,
No,
82.
you get 2d10 because you're past level 5, so 8 plus 9 is 17 for the first roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous. That's a lot of damage.
Okay, roll 5. You did 5 more, so roll 5 Constitution checks.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, that's great.
Oh shit.
Last one's 13.
5. So 13 is my lowest.
Okay, 13 is a pass. So you take 10 points of poison damage, and you can see all kinds of cracking.
I will use the rest of my 10 lay on hands to give you 10 hit points.
Aw, thank you.
No problem.
Touch hands.
Another high five.
There, high five. Oops, I did minus.
Gilbert will fly out,
Okay.
holding his breath, takes the storm tail, and swings at the wall.
Okay. What is Stormtail? Is that your actual tail?
That is his scorpion-tailed mace.
I remember
has
that mace.
Like an actual tail.
Okay, so you hit the wall twice with your tail. Roll Constitution. You're exposed to the poisonous, noxious fumes. You take 1 point of damage, and then the wall is continuing to crack. At one point, you feel like your weapon pierces through it almost, and there's a little bit of an indent, but it is not open yet.
Okay. And that's also doing an additional, it's doing bludgeoning plus additional lightning
I
damage.
think the lightning damage is the elemental damage is the only thing that's doing any damage to it, because when I was stabbing it with my regular weapon, it did 0 damage total until I hit it with my actual bonus action lightning. So I think, based on the number that's there too, you only did the lightning damage.
Yep.
So it seems to only be penetrable by magic.
Alright, then
Gilworth, you feel your scales prickling again with this poison. What do? You're exposed.
Keep hitting it.
we're going to use Sacred Flame.
No, wait,
No.
sorry, Godzilla.
Now the wall is completely visible now with how many cracks there are. The fractures go in every direction. It's like this big, everywhere. You have it's 99. What do?
Second Sacred Flame.
Okay. And it shatters. And the cracks just disappear. There's no evidence that there's anything there. And that was 2 rounds. Roll 2 Constitution saves, please.
Alright.
Well done. Well done.
Blah, blah, blah.
Okay. That is 5 and 1, so 6 more points.
Celebrating bubbles.
How far is this gap?
It's like 15 feet.
Alright,
10
so
on
with
the-
a running jump, I can jump 19 feet
Yep.
horizontally.
You can
So I'm
cross
gonna
this. Yeah.
Come back here, and I'm just gonna run
The
jump.
trap was the wall.
Actually, before I jump, I'm gonna look at Tessa. Hey, Tessa.
Blah, blah. I'm in the water.
I reach in and grab Tessa by the waist. We're going. And I grab Tessa and I just take off running and just jump across the way.
Whee!
Is Fly still active, or has it been too long?
At this point, how long is it? 10 minutes?
It lasts for 10 minutes and it's concentration. So I haven't been rolling for my concentration on it. So I would think I had stated earlier that once they were landing, I would have dropped it.
Yeah, especially having taken poison damage and being distracted and whatnot. At this point, the fly spell is inactive. Unless you want to cast it again.
It's fine. We can jump this.
It's alright.
Where
Ladies
can you
first.
jump? What's your... Do you want me to tell you your exact number?
I use that jump thing so much, Alex. Ever since you shared that, I use it all the time.
Right? All you need to know is your strength score and how tall you are, and that's your base jump.
And Starfish probably would have been taking some heavy damage at this point.
Yeah, if you guys are waiting,
Oh boy.
And-
are you waiting?
No, not yet. Before you go, Cadence, I'm just going to give you Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Level 1 Cure Wounds.
I'm going to lay on hands you because I keep forgetting to use it. And I probably should. Touch hands!
Touch hands!
Yay.
Well,
Okay.
very passionately hold hands and then jump across, or at least I will.
Okay, so
And
Abigail,
If it's still poison over here, I'm just gonna keep running with Tessa, just like yoinked her under my arm, and then I'm just gonna keep bolting.
yeah,
That's
so,
exactly how I pictured you carrying her, just like got her hooked underneath the arm like a like a dog, and you're just carrying her. Just like,
So I'm gonna have Abigail and
sorry.
Tessa roll 2 more con saves, and then Gilroth, if you're running up with them as well, roll 1 more con save.
Okay.
oh shoot! I would like to use Tides of Chaos on that natural one.
Okay.
Man, if you fireball or carry you, I swear to God.
I'm so sorry. May I do that, DM?
Yes.
I would,
Okay. So
Oh,
Tessa,
no.
you rolled 21 and 7.
21 and a 7. Yes.
Okay, so you take 2 and 8, so that is going to be total of 10 poison damage as you are crossing the remainder of the bridge. Up ahead, you can see the end. It looks almost like something from like Indiana Jones or something. This kind of big rock face wall with a single entrance in, and carved into the wall are like huge pillars with sgraffito and
Oh my
carvings
God.
all over it.
oh no.
Man, I tell you what,
Did
the
you roll
spell
a
of
natural
Dwarven
one?
Kind today has been like the best item.
What's 32?
So, Abigail, as you're holding Tessa, you're running. All of a sudden, it gets lighter because she teleports to the astral plane. She vanishes
Okay.
in
Okay.
cloud of stars under your arm.
Oh
Okay.
no.
So, Tessa, you're gone. Abigail, what do you do? She's gone.
As I'm running, I look over my shoulder to see if I dropped her, and I'm just like, just keep running.
Okay, you keep running. So roll for me your 2 saves, or did you already and I missed them?
Yeah, I did. I took the damage off. I did 21 and 26. Unless you want to roll different damage. I mean, I used that damage, but
No,
you can roll
that-
new damage if you want.
It's fine. If you already did it, just to save time, you're good. Gilworth, did you roll 1 save already?
Yeah.
And did you pass? 13?
Yes.
Okay, so you
I got
take...
20.
You two got a natural 20? Okay, you
I
take-
got dirty 20.
Okay, so you take 2 points of damage. And then finally, Cadence and Tritus, as you're standing there and healing each other, and then you make your jumps, I think you're both able to just go jumping without any rolls, especially if you jump from this end.
Yes.
and
yeah,
then-
we'll pick the Narya.
And then if you're just
Oh,
going to
yeah,
start
okay, that's-
running, go ahead and both of you roll. Let's see, it'd be 1 Constitution save from this end, and then as you're running, it'd be another. So 2 Constitution saves, please. And I'll just roll 1 damage for you both.
That's 3. So 17 and 15.
Oops. What happened?
So both of those are going to pass. So you take 2 and 2 damage, so that's 4 total. And then Cadence, since you are on the left side, roll a Dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy.
He got plus 3.
Boink.
12.
Tessa pops in front of you, and you go tripping right over her. Tessa, you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as the paladin steps on you.
Okay.
Oh, she telefragged you.
But yeah, up ahead you see just Abigail and Gilrith just charging up to this entrance, and then that would expend another round, and then Tessa and Cadence roll another con save.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get up and start running.
Are you breathing?
Yeah, I probably would have screamed as soon as Cadence trampled me to the ground by accident.
Okay. Luckily you rolled a pass, so that is 9 points of damage as you inhale this toxic fumes, and then
Okay.
Cadence, you rolled another con save, please. And are you breathing or no?
I mean, yeah, I'm probably startled enough that I'll take a breath
Okay.
as I run into her.
You still have the poison active, prevention, I think, so you take a quarter damage, so that's 9 down to 4. You take 4 more points, and then you can run up to the entrance, and that concludes this battle.
I'll run across as well.
Okay.
Can I get off another spell as I run?
Yes, if you wish.
Okay. Because I can do this because it's at will thanks to the instrument I have. I'm doing protection from poison on myself.
Yes, you better.
I is squished. I'm
Why haven't you
aware.
been doing that with all of us?
I didn't want to abuse it.
Okay.
Oh,
But now we
just did all you want.
I'd be taking 1/8 of damage, man. Instead of 4. Like 16 damage, 1. Okay. Bye. No, it's fine. It's all good.
No wild magic surge, thank God.
Okay. You breach through this open doorway, and inside you see just shining with all this golden light. The fog in here is an intense haze everywhere. And you emerge into what looks to be some sort of throne room. In the center is a huge sphere. This one's a little bit bigger than the one that Abigail crushed. This crystal is immaculately smooth like a marble, and it's swirling, and as you can see, it is 9 feet across. Or sorry, it's 15 feet across. It's huge. It's 9 squares.
Okay, cool. So we gotta get our.
Are we
things
still being
smaller.
affected by the poison in here?
Let's see. Abigail is resistant, and then Tessa and Cadence is resistance or have advantage.
Good lord, Tessa.
You have advantage on saving throws against it, and has resistance.
And you're resistant. Yeah.
I'm gonna give Tessa a greater healing potion.
Oh, thank you.
Because I look around and see that you were very quickly trampled, and I just toss you a potion.
I catch it and instantly drink it for 11 HP. This is my life tonight,
Oh,
guys.
man.
God.
God damn.
I will lay on hands you for another 10.
Nice.
Yes.
Move.
I'll toss you a regular healing potion, because I have those too.
Okay, and I will drink that one. I will pop that cork and stay in the bag. Freaking
Before we
potion.
enter, I would like to cast. Hang on. Sorry. Before we enter, I would like to cast. Click on this time. Find steed.
Okay.
What?
Promotion.
Yes!
Flavor to steed as
What?
a crocodile.
Find crocodile. Yes.
Find crocodile.
Would already be entering.
Okay.
We need to
Oh,
make
I
it
have my
focus
magma
smaller.
crocodile.
Nice.
I'm
Fair
not going to
enough.
give you this, but this is a cute token.
Alright, so.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yes!
I'll take it.
You don't
so
get that.
it looks like that.
Oh.
So it looks. Oh, okay.
No,
Oh,
you don't.
It's crocodile.
You don't get the magma dial. No.
And I basically hold my hands in the ground, and suddenly, like, bursting from the tile, you just see this crocodile head pop up like a whack-a-mole, and he just, like, comes up and snarls, but as soon as he sees me, he's just like a playful little puppy, and just sticks out his tongue and grazes beside me. It's like, oh, I missed you too, Dennis. Come, we have Vivo the Vanquish! And I ride on top of him and rise up in the air,
Okay.
A crocodile. That's
Yes.
fantastic.
and
Perfect.
I
So-
march forward.
So
Get behind me.
I'm gonna have Gilrith roll perception first. Because as you're walking into the room, you'd probably get actually just about here. You can see the smoke and fog is being emitted from these 4 holes. It's just kind of spewing out. In the center, you can see that there is this statue. It's not so much of an eagle like in the actual map. It's more of a demonoid looking statue, almost like Asmodeus or something. And then there's just this floating 9-foot, I keep saying 9 because it's 9 squares, but it's a 15-foot, it's an enormous, like, car-sized marble with a swirling picture. And with a 26 perception, you can see a glimmer of what you recognize as Virton, Holland's Rest, Stonehill, then over into kingdoms of cities in Narya. The Cardalis is the capital. You see it almost like shifting constantly, and then an image of one of these cities rotating from one to another to another to another. Everybody please roll initiative at this point.
Initiative.
So the crocodile shares my initiative.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. All right.
Yeah, even if it doesn't, for convenience, it will.
Oh, right.
Ooh, 20. Yay.
Gotcha.
Nat 20.
There you
Better
go.
than last time. I'll take it.
Plus
That's
7
two
initiative.
I
have negative.
I guess it should be 19 because I forget that it automatically rolls with advantage. I don't have to roll it twice.
Let's do it.
Okay.
But it's not like it really moved me anywhere. So,
Okay. So, Gilrith, you're in the room. You're looking around. What would you like to do?
You
also,
would.
also roll a Constitution save, please.
Yes. Pick Constitution save.
Okay. You take 11 points of damage as you're in this room. It's thick everywhere around you, this kind of burning sensation.
Oof.
Time is ticking. Gilrith is going to stand still.
No, he's going to walk up the stairs to get a closer look at that marble.
Okay.
But he's going to have his shield out.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 1d100 for me.
1d100.
Okay, 16. You see in the marble what looks to be desert landscapes, just mountains of sand, dunes, a couple rock pillars, and then it begins to fade and begin to shift into another location. Cadence, roll Constitution save. You're still outside the throne room, so. Okay. And you take 6 down to 3 points of damage.
Cool.
What would you like to do?
I mean, does there seem to be anything that's approaching us at all? Is there anything in the room that's like
Looks friendly.
yeah?
No. No.
You know what? Can I just cast Divine Sense and see if there's
Okay.
Good move.
Yes.
Celestial Fiend or Undead?
Okay.
I'll do that.
And put a radius on your token if you could for the range.
Yep. Sorry, I just have to remember how to do that.
So you just click on like the gear on your token, and you should see token auras at the bottom.
Okay. think I got it. That work?
Oh.
60 feet? Does that make sense? Is that the radius or is that the...
You know what, the
Oh, it's
room,
60 feet.
the scale is actually not correct, so you're about double the size of what it should be, so change it to times 2. Sorry, I forgot this map isn't on the square pieces.
Sorry, what? So put it to 30 instead of 60?
No, 120, because it should be bigger, because your tokens are actually bigger than the squares.
There it is.
The whole chamber,
You
basically.
do not
Even
sense
better.
anything in this room. That's divine. Hold on. What was the 3 categories?
Divine, Fiend,
Divine.
and Fey.
Yes, you do not.
Yeah, Celestial Fiend. No, mine's different. Celestial Fiend Undead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You do not sense any of those in your radius.
All right. I think that's my action, so I'll just chill. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, Abigail, you're up.
Let's see here. So it looks like pretty much everything we're looking for is like these crystals or this big gem up here and stuff like that.
Yep. Did you want to roll perception?
Sure.
Okay. This, and you would all, Gilworth would also know, these crystals are beginning to grow in size also.
Okay, well, you said we're basically, it's double basically the distance, right? So wherever I want to move, just double it, and that's probably right.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, well, so because when I rage, I can use half my movement initially, I'm going to rage and then go 95.5 feet, and when I get here, I will have a storm aura around me, obviously, and then I'm going to smash this crystal with 2 lance stabs.
Okay.
So a 21 for 11 and 17 for 11.
Yep. So you sweep out on 2 hits. You just smash the crystal pieces to smithereens. Your aura is touching kind of the globe, and as Gurth, you're looking into it, you're seeing kind of the landscape shift.
It automatically does 6 damage because I have to roll it when I use it. So.
Yep. You can see before the desert scene changes, just these dozens of like arcs of lightning kind of immediately cross over the sunny sky. It doesn't matter if there's no storm, and then our bolts just begin to hit the desert dunes, and sand explodes up into the air from where all these lightning strikes are hitting.
Abigail, you might want to move away from the marble.
She turns her head to you, and you just see purple lightning crackling from her eyes. She goes, "Don't tell me what to do," and I just stay there because I am out of movement too. So, well, I got 5 more feet.
She's beginning to grow on me. I don't know about you.
I'll send her.
Don't let that statue over there.
Okay, and then
I can't move any further.
did you roll your con save?
Oh, I did not.
Okay.
I get the poison?
Yep. Okay, so that is half to 7, half to 3.
3. Woo.
Gotta love barbarians. My gosh.
The only reason I have resistance to poison is because of the belt of dwarvenkind. So, oh yeah, also, because once a day I have a 50% chance of growing a beard. I roll with D100, and if it's 51 or above, I grow a gorgeous purple silver beard. Yes, I grow. You see all of a sudden as Abigail turns and looks to you and says, "Don't tell me what to do," a gray beard with purple streaks in it just sprouts from her face, and this thing is she's 6'4", and it goes halfway down her chest. It is voluptuous.
Just to finally grow beard.
That's beautiful. Have you seen Nerdarchy's Beardomancer?
No,
I wish I had.
but now I want to.
Okay. Next, Tritus with your
All right,
crocodile friend. His name is Champ.
Being flabbergasted by the sudden appearance of the grown facial hair, I will shake it off and just say, "It's just more strange than human things. It's just more strange humanoid things. Let's carry on." And I just pat my crocodile on the side, and he just slivers across the floor. And given that I have a mount, he moves in the 50 feet instead of 30 feet. So.
You can measure it as 100 spaces. Or...
Here?
What?
Hey, crocodile. Hey, get.
I put you in a group. I probably need to give you access to the token.
Alright, and
Okay.
not that I don't trust Cadence's Divine Sense, but I want to make sure I get the entire room. So
fair.
I'm going to cast Divine Sense as well.
Okay, we also
Okay.
apparently have different things covered, so that's good.
I'll give mine a different color. I'll give it blue.
Oh, it turns green. That's adorable.
So, is there any... Sorry, hang on. Is there any celestial fiend or undead within that range?
Celestial fiend or undead? No, it's not. Oh, hold on. Let me see one thing. Are devils fiends or
Yes.
demons fiends?
Devils and demons are fiends.
Okay. So you can undo your auras because they're blinding this place.
They're
God.
blinding with brilliance.
Yep. The statue of this
I
not
can't
eagle.
click on my character. I can't click on them and get rid of the aura. Oh no.
Did I ruin it by making you into a group with your pet? I'll ungroup you again.
Sorry. Let me just remove his aura, then you can attach him again if you want. Okay, there. His aura's gone. You can attach him again.
Oh, there we go.
Thank
Now,
you.
does this actually work? If you move them, do they move together now?
No. No, only someone do.
Dennis is going rogue.
You're better off just keeping them separated. I'll move them both.
That's so sad. It could have been so bad. Okay. Yeah, you can sense that the statue is a actual demon devil.
I just hold
Fiend
out
of
my
some sort.
glaive up ahead and I say, "Devil fast approaching!" And I point right at the statue.
Okay.
I probably could have told you that.
Did you roll your Constitution save?
Oh no, I haven't. Constitution saving throw. So that's a 14.
Okay. That is halved down to 7.
Alrighty, and I still have an action.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to promptly shove my trident up this statue's ass. I'm out of movement. However, I will promptly throw my trident at him.
Okay.
At the statue's ass? Specifically?
I'll just throw it at the statue because the ass isn't
Okay.
facing this direction.
Bummer.
I'm gonna turn around and then throw it at the ass.
Okay.
I'll see what happens. That is only a 12 to hit.
Okay. It is a statue. A 12 hits it. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alrighty, so any chance I could add my divine smite to this?
Not for thrown weapons. It has to be melee.
That's fine. That's a whopping 5 points of piercing damage then.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright.
what I can do though is add, if it's not too late, Ensnaring Strike.
Okay.
Or should have I called that up beforehand?
No, that's fine. It's not even able to resist. Yeah, you can just do that basically. Describe what this looks like.
Alrighty, so you see like a bunch of crabs begin spindling around my trident, and they're just like ready to snip at it. As soon as I launch the trident into the statue, all of the spiders are just like trying with one claw like clamping on it, and the other claw like clamping onto the ground as tightly as they can, trying to hold the statue down if it begins to move. And it takes an additional d6 piercing damage, so it takes 6 points of additional piercing damage as well, which is magical because
Okay.
it's Ensnaring Strike.
Okay. That's a good turn, and you took your damage already. So Tessa.
All
What
right,
would you like
I
to
will
do?
roll my Constitution saving throw for the poison. So I can get that out of the way, folk. You know what? Yeah. 17. I apologize, Cadence, because you're next to me, so I don't know what's gonna happen.
Oh boy.
You teleport 60 feet! Okay, cool.
Perfect.
Get
You
close to
take
me.
3 points of damage from poison.
Okay. Okay,
Worth it.
Yeah, that's
So
definitely
totally worth it. So all of a sudden, I just like you feel a flash of like energy, and then all of a sudden, the galaxy kind of appears around me, and I disappear, and I reappear, boop, right here, because this is where I wanted to go, and I'm like, oh, I'm here.
And I almost fall off my crocodile.
Cadence is looking around stunned, like, where did she go? What does this keep happening?
Okay.
It's
So
just
that is
So that's my that's just from my Constitution saving throw for
Yep.
the poison.
you still have everything basically.
I know. So what is this? Is it like a bowl and it's emanating the smell, or
It's
is
like
it
a
like a pipe?
yeah, it's like a chimney, but you're at the top of the chimney.
Okay. That does change my my game plan actually. Looking at the statue, can I make a educated guess on how heavy it is?
Eyeballing it, very heavy. If you want to roll a check for specifics, feel free to roll a perception check because you're just looking.
Okay.
I had
That's a
balance.
12?
It looks probably pretty heavy. You don't think you can move it unless you use leverage on the arms to maybe pull it down to move it, but pushing would be a lot. Maybe Abigail and maybe Gilrith could, but it'd be tough to get that thing to move.
Does it look like it is under 500 pounds?
No, it's a statue. It's probably like almost quadruple that.
Drat. Okay. Oh, do I? I'm sorry, guys. I had one idea and then got shot down.
That's what chaos does.
Just smack it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Smack a smack. When in doubt, smack.
Break the chimney.
That was kind of my idea. So what I want to do is I want to cast Thunder Wave. Can I position myself? I guess my goal would be to cast Thunder Wave and try to hit these two guys.
Okay.
I want to hit them hard.
What's the range on it again? Is it 15 foot
15
cone?
feet from
15
self.
feet
Yep,
from self.
You can catch both of them.
Okay. My goal for this, and it's a cube. It's not a cone. So.
Oh, yeah. Either way, yeah, they're 15
okay.
feet within that.
Okay, I want to try to get them to either pinch themselves in a bend or collapse in themselves and try to stop the poison from coming in.
Okay. Yeah, you can try.
Okay. Awesome. So I will cast Thunder Wave at the first level. So that's seven points of thunder damage as I try to get the things to encase on themselves.
So the rubble begins to cave in from the rock. They bend in about halfway, getting filled with rubble, and you prevent the steam or the poison from coming up a little bit. You think maybe you've prevented maybe a third of the damage from coming out from subtracting what's equivalent to one of the holes by choking them.
Okay. Just based off of how much I did, do I get a pretty good feeling that if I were to do this again, I could end that smoke from coming in?
Probably from these two.
From those two, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And so is that you moved kind of teleported for free and then actions? Anything else?
I'm gonna turn back to Cadence and say, help them up there. I'm gonna try to stop this poison, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Actually, add 2 health to you because you've got resistance from the poison spell, and you succeeded on save, so you actually took 1 instead of 3.
Oh, okay, thank you.
And then top of the round, before Gilrith goes, roll percentile dice, Gilrith. And then Abigail, you roll percentile dice as well, please.
Oh no.
81.
Okay. So this one is... It's a... Roll a history check, because I don't think you would necessarily know what you're seeing.
Who, me?
Gilrith.
7.
So what you see, pretty much the only thing you would recognize is that there's a mountain range in the background, but it's a town that's kind of fairly small, except to be almost more like a village, but in the distance you can see mountains, but you don't recognize it. But that's kind of what's appearing on this globe. Abigail, where you're at, you see more of these crystals beginning to swell.
No.
Okay. Gilrith, your turn. Roll Constitution save.
Alright.
No.
Okay.
No.
You're back down to 2d6 though, so that's good. 4.
Alright. Is it a bonus action to drink a potion or an action?
For yourself, it's a bonus action. Unless
Okay.
you have to like dig it out of backpacks and stuff, but I'm not really tracking that, so bonus action.
So he's going to use Cure Wounds and a healing potion on himself.
Okay.
Nice.
And is that your turn? Or any movement?
He's gonna move. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Five, 10, 1. And he's going to stop there and look up at the statue.
Okay, roll
Looks right
perception.
up.
I could sense a demonic presence from that creature.
Perception.
Okay, with
Nice.
the
There you
the,
go.
the statue is still completely made out of stone, it looks like. However, you can see the eyes are beginning to glow from the crystals that are in its head in place of eyes.
Yeah, we should do something about that fast before it comes to life.
Okay.
Working on it.
Cadence. Roll Constitution save, please.
Okay. 19?
Yeah.
Do I have advantage too because of the poison? Or
Yeah, you have advantage because of the spell, and then you do have double
So
down,
pass.
so that's 3 down to 1. So you only take 1 point of poison.
okay. Just why can't I click the token? And sorry, you said this map.
It's times
It's
2.
twice.
Yeah, so if,
Okay.
if the marker says 30 feet, then you can actually do 60 instead of 30.
Perfect. So I move ahead, which I believe is to right about here to my 30 feet.
Okay.
And then I would like to cast Moonbeam on one of those crystals.
Okay.
Nice. Are you also a naked one?
Yeah. So
Same as
a beam of light comes out of nowhere and centers itself on that crystal. I'm gonna go for the larger one because it looks threatening.
Okay.
Ooh, it looks pretty.
Shining. Oh, that's awesome.
What color
So
is it?
shiny, so fitting.
Oh, that's awesome.
Is it blue? Or what color? What's your blue?
Good question. I mean, if I could tint it green, that'd be fun as a green knight.
So
Yes.
Where'd
Just-
you get that?
it's the free Roll20 library.
It's free.
It's if you go to Roll20, it's the right Starlight Space one. It's the sun, and you can just color it. If you click the token, you can put a tint on it. So yes, that is carving down, and it does 12. So it begins to chip away and is disintegrating rapidly.
Cool.
Okay. Next up is Abigail. Your storm aura
Alright.
kind of fiercely enveloping you. What do you do?
So basically, instead of this being 30 feet, this is actually only 15 feet.
Exactly, and you also have Constitution, please.
Alright, so I'll move here. I'll roll a con save against.
You take 1 point of damage. Don't even worry about it. You take 0 points. Never mind.
Okay.
Swallow that poison.
Right, I'm gonna do
You just
D6
block it with your
lightning
beard.
damage. So it takes 2 lightning damage on this
Okay.
crystal, and then the first attack I'm gonna do 16 more damage.
Dang. Okay.
Is-
Yeah. You destroy this one. No, you crunch
Okay.
it down. It's destroyed.
Alright, so then I have 40 total feet. I use 15, which means
Yeah.
I have 25, which will get me there. So this will get me. I'll still have 5 more feet of movement after this. So and I have a 10-foot reach actually. So I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna attack again
Okay.
for 15 damage,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna just move 5 more feet back just so I don't get moonbeam because I'm not
Oh.
stupid.
Okay.
So actually, I want to move
Oh no.
to here instead, not to there. So like the same distance, just like not right in the statue's face. This could have been a
no.
worse position. Who knows? But yeah,
Oh, yeah, it's a worse position. Oh no.
it's all right.
Okay.
Fine, and that's my turn.
No.
What happens?
Thank you for not Storm Aura Gilrith.
Well, no, it only it only affects one thing, and I have to choose what it affects. So like I could stand right beside you, and it just like rains and has lightning around you, but it won't
Yeah, it's
attack you
something
unless
you
I
have
like
to
actively
no.
direct it on you. Which I could.
Good to
if I
know.
really
I
want to be
hate
that
you.
guy.
So, Abigail, you just smash with your lance, and the whole crystals explode into bits and pieces. And the moonbeam is still scorching there the ground, the gold-plated floor. But as you step away, you hear a grinding noise.
Thank you,
mortal, for freeing me.
Oh
What?
no.
And
He's
the,
Look
demon
at the party. He's
stretches.
like, oh no, I fucked up. And the dwarf was like, shit.
You've simply made it easier for us to destroy you, foul demon.
He pops his arm,
The two
left arm
paladins,
out.
thank God.
Just all of the
Wait,
rock
hold
that
on,
had been
Mike.
surrounding him just shatters to the ground. Pops his right arm out, and the same thing happens. He just arches his back, and all those stone shards that have been sealing him into the statue just kind of all flake out and break to the ground, and he stretches. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay, Titus. It is your turn. Please roll your Constitution save.
15. Sorry, 16. 16.
Okay. You are good. You're only taking 1 point to damage. That was 1 dice.
Awesome.
That's 8 down to
So-
4. So yeah, 40 points.
4 points. Got it. Awesome. I prominently look at the demon and I just lean up on my alligator who's roaring at him. Sorry, like just snarling at him, and I'm just like, charge! And I'll get within 10 feet of the demon
Okay.
because it's glaving time.
Yes! Please.
Come
Okay.
on. Kobe! That is a 19 to hit.
Okay, that will hit him.
Cool, level 2 Divine Smite.
Yes!
Let's
Okay.
add the 3d8 to that, shall we?
Smite. You hear chanting
Alright.
in the background.
So, the glaive damage initially... forget that. The glaive damage initially is 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And... What? Only 7? Wow, I rolled like shit in my Divine Smite, so it's 7
Wow.
plus 7, that's 7 slashing and 7 radiant damage. Wow.
Okay.
But it's not over yet, because I got an extra attack.
Okay.
That's only a 12 to hit. That's probably gonna miss.
Hold on, I need to see if it is. Okay. Yep. So the 12 misses, but the smite. He lets out kind of a grunt as he looks down at you. What, you free me and now you attack me? What is this?
It is the time for penance, demon. Go back to the shadows. And since my second attack misses, I will end my turn because my crocodile goes next. And he's gonna scooch a little bit closer, and he's gonna bite his ass.
Be snippy.
That's a 9 to hit, so he's gonna
Yep.
miss. He's gonna
His
nip
teeth.
at his toenails.
Yeah, it just bites onto the nail and just hangs on for a second. The demon looks down.
That's alright then, so get him on the next bite. And I end my turn.
Okay. Tessa, Constitution save.
Okay. And then I have advantage because of the resistance 18.
Okay. Yep, that's a success. You take 3 down to 1. Yep, 1 point of damage.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to Cadence and say I'm gonna try to clear out this smoke problem, this poison problem. If you can get up there and start wailing on it, I'll be able to help as soon as we get this figured out. And then I will move here, so I'm away from Cadence, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do Thunder Wave and try to close these pipes
Okay.
permanently. Boom.
They cave in. The smoke coming up from them seems to be stifled down and choke.
Awesome. So that was like 10 feet of movement. And then I'm just going to run past her to about there and try to get over to these two.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.
Hi, bye.
Will you roll your spell check for wild magic?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Thank you. Air beer.
Okay.
16.
It's fine. Next, over at barely top of the round, Gilrith, Constitution save, please.
Oh, thank God.
And then also roll a percentile for me as well.
So, Constitution 19 and a percentile.
Okay. You take 1 point of damage. At this point, I think everybody's going to just be getting 1 point. Ooh, this is Virton again. Behind you, the world kind of shifts back into focus, and you actually see the guild hall as the kind of, like if it's a camera, it's kind of moving across left to right. Cadence, you do see that he is still kind of has these crabs all over him, holding him to the ground.
Okay, cool.
I will put a hunter's mark on him and have my bow at the ready with a daybreak arrow.
Okay.
Who are you? And why are you sealed here?
Okay. He looks over at you, and what language are you speaking in?
Let's see. Probably common.
Okay. He will look at you, and his eyes, kind of these crystalline eyes, kind of flare, and he says, "The Queen of Nerria thought it be fitting of me to be imprisoned here. You have saved me, and now attack me, and now you shall die the same as she."
Whoops.
With him saying that, like, I was trying to give him the chance of, like, well, if you want to kill us, then here's a present for you. And he's going to fire the daybreak arrow at it.
Is the
Like,
demon
He
ensnared?
wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt,
Yeah, it is.
but it threatened it. Geralt's not okay with that, so daybreak arrow.
Okay, that hits.
Plus hunter's mark, and that is 16 radiance with that 13 piercing plus that 5 from hunter's mark.
Jeez. You guys. That's some ridiculous damage you guys are doing.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's smashed back a little bit, but he's still kind of pinned down by all these crabs. And he, like, his eyes just blaze brighter, this golden energy. Is that your turn?
I can
Or is that
attack.
just shot one?
Neck attack. There you go.
Ooh, this time it glances off. He's a little bit tougher than that.
So, question. Sentinel. When a creature within your reach makes an attack against a target other than you, I can make a reaction to make a melee attack against the attacking creature. Does
Okay.
that apply in this situation?
Well, he hasn't attacked yet. He's about to.
Well, does
So-
Gilrith count as a creature, is my question. Because it doesn't specify that's an enemy creature.
It would be attacking Gilrith then. Are you wanting to attack him?
Also,
Yeah, I want to attack... no, I want to attack
Well, you'd
the-
have to attack Gilrith if you did it right now.
Yeah.
Based on the last line of
Oh.
that, yeah. You have
Okay.
to.
Okay, that makes sense. Sorry, forgot to say anything. Go on.
and also I believe with the daybreak arrow, he has to make a, I believe it was a Constitution save or be blinded.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
Pants to pants.
Now it's just bullying.
Harsh. Yeah, that's just mean.
17.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that beats it.
Okay. Yeah, now this arrow is just sticking in him with the kind of the daylight shining out from the feathers still. But it is still very much up, and I believe that's his turn. He's going to look down from Tritus and the crocodile nipping his toe over to Abigail, who's right next to him, and Gilrith.
Keep on him, dice.
He is going to then multi-attack. He reaches behind him, this big bulking bicep disappearing from view for a second, and he pulls out what looks to be a huge mace. It's more of a flail. It's got the chain. So imagine like the Witch King from Lord of the Rings, a huge big mace like that. Except he's a couple size categories, or one size category larger, or no, two. So he's very tall, and so it's a very big mace. And then he's going to just swing it down at Abigail, and then over at Tritus, and then that's all he can do. So Abigail first.
Oh,
He.
Very lucky.
I can't.
oh, that would have been nasty to her, but
Watch, natural 20 for me. Here we go.
No, there's nothing he can do about that. Okay. One for you. It's going to be 16 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. So it
AC
just
18.
crunches down right down next to you, and then he lifts it up, and he says, "You will all die or serve me." And then he tries to move, but he's still stuck, and he looks down in
You're the one
frustration.
who should be afraid right now.
Okay, Cadence.
Okay, I'll roll my con save.
Yes. And you're pretty much going to take just one damage. Yeah, you take 1 point of damage.
Nice.
I'm going to. Cadence will sort of like put her hand up towards where her what do you call it? The moonbeam is, and I'm going to sort of move my arm towards him and pull it towards him.
Okay.
Hopefully, place it on top of him. I think I can move it up to 60 feet.
Yep, you can move it. I just gave control.
So I will give him a face full of that. Ka-cha. And that takes my action, and then as a bonus action, can I drink a potion?
You may, and then also roll damage for the moonbeam.
Oh, right. Sorry.
moonbeam.
I roll that, sorry. 2d10. Ooh, max damage.
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, he shrieks and kind of lifts his free hand up to try to, like, block the light. What type of damage is moonbeam?
It is radiant, I believe.
Interesting.
Oh, sorry. Real quick, I wanted to bring up that the creature takes 1d6 piercing damage at the start of each of its turns, and it can make a strength check to try and break
For
free.
the entangled.
Okay, you can
Sorry,
go ahead and roll
I
your
forgot.
d6, and then does he have to take an action to make the resist check?
He does, yes.
Okay, he didn't. He multi-attacked instead.
Fair enough. Sorry about that.
Sure. So I'll add 3 points of that.
Sorry, he gets a con save before he takes the moonbeam as well.
Okay, then he failed.
Nice.
Okay, sorry.
Next, or anything else?
I'm just gonna roll my potion. So that's it.
Okay,
I'm just gonna roll it.
Abigail, you can just put 1 damage for the poison. You're fine. I'm just because Tessa closed 2 of those, and it's down to 1d6. If everybody's rolling well, then it's half down again to 1, pretty much. So I think we're going to just disregard that aspect from now on.
So he's still restrained, correct?
Yes.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna move close enough that I can drop lightning damage on him, so he needs to make a dex save of 15 or take 2 or 1, whichever. So
Okay.
yeah, he takes 2 lightning damage. And then, since he is restrained, that means I get advantage on my attacks.
Okay.
So my first attack, let it be known. So the way,
Yes!
because I'm a half-orc, and because I'm a level 9 barbarian, I get 2 additional d12s of damage on top of whatever
Okay.
this is.
So do you know
So-
do you know the math for the crits? Where
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
all
I will.
dice
Yep.
max.
Dead
Okay.
Jim.
So those 2 dice don't they're not max because they're just rolled in addition to, unless you want me to use them for max, because I only
What?
get them when I crit, so it's just additional rolls.
Yeah, with my crit rule, all the dice
it
you
is.
would roll for your attack are maxed.
Oh, okay.
And
then
then you
48
roll the
damage
dice.
on my 48 damage on my first attack,
Okay.
I think, right? If you're
That's-
maxing.
That's what I do: is max damage on
Okay.
all dice, and then roll them again, and then add
Oh.
any like modifiers.
Alright, so the first attack is 48 damage then.
Okay.
And my second attack is gonna be 13.
A miss, unfortunately.
That's fine. So 48
You
damage
did
is
48
fine.
in one swing.
Oh, it's all magical too, by the way.
Yep. None of it radiant.
No, it is all just regular magical piercing boy damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna wave my beard and my hair in his face, just whip it around.
Alrighty.
My hair back and forth.
So as you just smash it, it takes a legendary action. It will attempt to break free of the crabs because they're annoying. That's 21.
Yeah.
He will then step out of the moonbeam
Those crabs had a family!
here. And then let's see. That's an action to do the resist, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then it will end its turn there, and then it goes to Tritus.
You do not scare me! And I'm going to do a glaive attack, knowing that I have disadvantage, but my character isn't smart enough to reposition himself. Here we go.
Miss.
That's an 8. Got him. Fantastic.
It hits the leg and glances off, doing no damage.
Second attack. That's a natural one.
It is even worse. Your crocodile rears a little bit, and it's not like you're getting bucked off because it's so low to the ground, but your swing goes very wide.
Crocodile, go. Natural 20.
Yes!
After rearing, it bites. So roll your 1d10 plus 12, basically. And then it's grappled. Oh my gosh.
1d10 plus 12, you said?
Yeah, because you get the max damage on the crit.
Yeah, okay, so... Sorry, 1 second.
Okay.
So that's 12.
24.
Plus, so 12, 24 points of damage, and it has to make a DC 13 strength saving throw, or it's grappled.
So hold on. So you rolled 9 plus 3. What's the plus 3 from? I'm sorry, I'm a little confused.
That's from my strength modifier. From its
crocodile?
strength modifier. Yeah, from the crocodile's strength modifier.
How come it says 1d10 plus 2 in the text?
Oh shit, did I get that wrong?
Confused.
I apologize. I did. So it's 11.
Okay,
Then.
so 11 plus 10, so 21 points.
21 points of damage still.
That's
and,
really not bad for the crocodile. He's doing
and it has
damage.
to make a strength saving throw or be restrained.
Oh,
It
my
fails.
goodness. Is it not prone or just restrained? So it unleashes a tirade in Infernal in response to this.
I told you you'd got it, Dennis. I'm proud of you, boy.
Okay. That's your turn, Tessa.
I proudly end my turn.
Okay. Would Tessa be able to sense that the poison was no longer hurting anyone, or would she not know it?
You can tell just in the air, like it's getting easier to breathe a little bit from it, the fumes not being there anymore. Like you could always make it a little bit better by closing the other ones, but if you're willing to take the point every round, then you don't need to.
I think because she told Cadence that she would, her ultimate goal would be to go here and try to close these two.
Okay.
So, another thunder wave. Boom.
Okay. That crunches down. Is it centered on yourself?
Yep. So it would go. It's a 15-foot cube around me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you've basically nullified the smoke now. There's just a little bit of the vapor escaping.
Awesome. And then as my bonus action, I'm gonna turn to Cadence and say, "Go get him! You got this!" And I'll give you a D6 of bardic inspiration.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
And then
So it's
technically have 60 feet of movement, so I will go. I think the rest of my movement would put me about here.
Okay. As
30 feet of movement.
As another legendary action, it is going to shake its leg from the or not from it, but kind of like try to move his leg, and it's trapped by the crocodile jaws. And he says something again in Infernal, and then he is going to reach
You
into
kiss
his.
your mother with that mouth.
He takes.
What's that mean?
He reaches to his chest and pulls out one of this crystal that's been sitting in his center, basically, and he's going to shout in common, You and your world will pay! And he throws the crystal at this portal, or this globe. And as soon as it hits the globe, it translates itself into the real plane, and this huge crystal.
Possible to intercept it.
With a reaction, what would you like to try to do?
I would like to try to catch it.
Okay. With a leap, you want to try to catch it. Go ahead and roll a acrobatics check.
I'm using my ring of luck.
Okay. good decision.
I offer?
Right?
I was gonna ask if I could offer assistance with a reaction as well.
Yeah. What would you like to do?
I would like to. Oh God, where is it? Where is it? I know I have it. I would like to reaction cast Featherfall on the crystal to slow down the impact.
Okay, that will work. So you cast Featherfall as Gilrith is jumping up, and you kind of grab onto it. Gilrith, the way that you catch it is enough to try to divert it out of the way so it will not hit it. It will basically just go straight overhead. But because of the Featherfall, all of the strike damage that you would have absorbed is completely nullified, and you kind of deflect it off to the side and kind of land in a crouch, taking no damage. And then the crystal just kind of hits the ground here, rolls over, and then hits the statue, which begins to fall over. It falls over. There's a huge crash, and in Infernal, he shouts again.
You have to try harder than that.
Gilrith, it is your turn.
Alright, using my boots of flying, he flies up into his space, wielding his scorpion-tailed mace with along his shield. He's going to swing.
Okay. That misses.
Second attack.
That hits. That's
Hunter's Mark. And this is magical.
Yep. So he staggers between your swipe, and he, again, his foot's trapped. He kind of looks down in frustration. And does anyone speak Infernal?
I do not.
Nope.
Yeah, he's just shouting very
Angry.
demonic words. Like the ground is shaking from how evil it is. Is that your turn?
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so. Let me see. I don't think there's anything else I can do.
Okay. It is going to take its action, and with its free foot, he stomps on the ground, and a ripple of crystal immediately starts to ripple outwards. So I need Tritus and the Crocodile and Abigail to roll dexterity saving throws.
Oh, good. I'm so great at that. That's a 14 for me, and for my crocodile, who actually has.
I do actually have advantage on these because I can see it.
These
So.
decks. Okay, my crocodile got 21, and I got 14. Abigail, you get +3.
Oh, so 23. Woo.
Oh.
And then, is anybody else within 20 feet?
Is Tessa? Tessa would probably be within 20 feet.
Here, let me put the radius on.
Outside of it, looks like.
Just outside of it.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay, yeah, you're
Well,
just
yeah.
barely out of the way.
Barely. Yeah, I'm
Um,
like 4 feet outside of the range, guys. That's it.
Oh, I forgot. Go with roll percentile again for me.
What type of
I'm
damage
just-
is this?
This is force damage.
Dumb.
No, this would, I guess, be bludgeoning. I mean, it's like a crystal rock popping up out of the ground and striking.
So
And
I'm assuming we take half for passing it.
What's
yes.
passing it, anyways?
All
What
right, so
counts
then
as
I take
pass?
half of that because I'm raging. So 5. Cool.
So passing would be 17. Sorry, it's a 17 DC.
17, so I fail in that case. But my crocodile succeeds, so he
Ooh, I
he will
take-
not get wrecked today.
And I take 5 because I'm raging and it's bludgeoning damage after I passed it. Woo!
So
Yep.
I take the full damage.
Yes, I don't think I'm going to be able to kill Abigail this game.
Damn crystals.
So that is his turn. Now, as the crystals hit or go into the sphere, a whole bunch of like gemstone growth appears, but with a 10. If we go back to the world map, that is actually down in the middle of Chult. Nothing affects anything. Some zombies get like crunched, but that's all. Okay, next.
Dinosaur gets obliterated.
Yeah, Cadence.
Are we using Sorry, I forgot. Are we just
No,
taking...
you can just take the one. Actually, no, there's no more points because she closed it. Yeah, Tessa closed the last of it, so there's not enough to really affect you guys anymore.
Cool. Okay. Ensnaring Strike, does it have to be melee or it says weapon attack?
Yeah, you can
So
do
I,
that
like,
from
check
range.
javelin?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'm going to do that. So I'm going to use my full movement to get up to here. And then I'm going to chuck a javelin and I'm going to try to cast Ensnaring Strike on that. And sorry, let me roll that.
Okay, that's a miss.
Darn. Can I try again if I have 2?
You may.
2 spell slots?
I think that spell activates once you hit, if I'm not...
Once you hit. Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Well, no.
But yeah, unfortunately not.
Well, it lasts for a minute, so you have it up for a minute until you hit.
Moonbeam drops as well since I've... Well, does it? And if I
Well,
don't hit?
If you didn't cast the spell because it didn't hit, I think if I remember the wording correctly, you can post it again if you want to double check. But I think
it's only when an attack hits.
That's what I...
And it lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay, so it won't take a slot and it won't break my concentration.
It
Exactly.
does use concentration, I believe.
But only if it
Well, it's
casts, which it wouldn't have.
So it's a concentration spell that when you cast it, you can hold it for a minute until you hit. So once you cast it, any other con spell drops.
That makes sense.
But you get to hold it until you hit, so you don't lose it unless you lose concentration.
Alright, that makes sense. Sorry, it's 1:30 where I am.
That makes sense, thank you.
Yeah, same here.
Okay, so then Moonbeam would drop then, because it's also concentration.
Sad.
Not yet. Is the impression I'm getting.
Can you post the spell? Because I'm not sure.
Yeah,
on
one
the wording.
second. Yeah, let me...
My understanding when it comes to concentration spells, if you cast a secondary concentration spell, you lose concentration on the other one if you're trying to keep concentration on the second one.
Okay, yeah, so this would, because it says the next time you hit a creature, not when you hit a creature. So you're casting it. If you didn't know that and you want to withdraw that, I would allow that.
No, that's okay, because I'm still going to try to do it again next round. So if that's okay, if it's for 1 minute.
Yep, so it is held and then whoosh. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay. He is going to legendary action.
I'm
and
glad I'm here for this.
He's going to multi-attack and try to whack Gilrith out of the air with his mace. And then the second attack, he's going to try to hit the crocodile and kill it. Because he growls in an infernal. And he's bad
Dennis
words.
isn't afraid of you.
Gilrith, does an 11 hit you? No, it doesn't. Does a 14 hit the crocodile?
Yes, it does. It just hits him.
Okay, and that is a mace, so that is 2d6 plus 8. Why is he attacking with this? This is stupid. Oh, plus 5 fire damage. Okay.
Yeah, crocodile's dead. And I just hold him in sadness as he disintegrates away, as tears are just rushing through my eyes.
Yeah. The body ignites in flames too, because it does fire damage also. Which would be reflavored to crystalline damage. So there's like a bunch of crystal on him. That is his legendary action. He actually, no, because now he's free. No. That's it. That's his turn. Abigail.
Alright, I'm gonna use some of my movement to move back 5 feet, so I'm not within disadvantaged range on attacks against him.
Does he get attack of opportunity?
No, because he didn't leave his threat range.
Okay.
There you go. So he is gonna have to make a dex save or take 3 lightning damage. A dex save of 15.
Yeah,
So
passes.
he takes 3 lightning.
It's
I just
plus,
throw a lightning
plus
bolt
2,
in
so...
his face. Oh. Well, he takes 1. He still gets a lightning bolt to the face. I'm just 1 damage. So my first attack is a 13, which I think misses.
Yeah, miss.
My second attack is a natural 20.
Fudge.
So
Yes!
add 36 damage to that. So that's 36 plus 8 is 44.
44 damage. He drops to a knee from the strike, and he looks at you in incom, and he says, "Who are you?"
In common, I respond back, "I'm the bearded wonder, Abigail," and whip the hair to his face.
Yes.
And
Okay.
then I'm going to move more this. I can't give you flanking anyway because I'm 10 feet. I have to be more than 5 feet away, so I can't give anyone flanking. So I'll still stay where I am, and I'll just look at him with my lance pointed at his base.
Okay. So his turn was last turn, a couple ones ago, and he used 1 legendary action. So he's going to use his second legendary action, and this time he is going to try to focus everything he can on Abigail, and he's going to just swing his mace again,
Right?
and again,
I'm afraid.
and then he's going to step towards you, and then that's his turn.
I
and
lick his face
Why would you do that?
because I'm a 6'4" scary orc woman.
The
half-orc
sexual
woman.
tension in this scene would normally confuse Tritus, but he is too angry right now as he looks at him with blood-filled eyes.
I am creating a good distraction.
Getting within 10 feet range with my glaive, so
Yep.
apparently I wouldn't have been at disadvantage in the first place, but I didn't know that. I will
Only lances at
strike him
disadvantage
down.
outside of 5 feet, or outside of 10 feet.
So 16 to hit.
16's a miss. 16's
I
still a
swear-
miss.
I swear some of this just sounds like Harmon Quest.
Come on, God, is there anything I could do with my bonus action? Not really.
Do you have a potion? You can drink a potion.
No, I'm too angry to heal right now.
Too angry.
Instead, I will cast. I don't even know if she would have defense. This thing's probably almost dead.
I don't need heals, I'm good.
Die.
Don't worry about me. I'm cool. I'm fine. Also, how many rounds has it been? Like 4, I think? Since I raged?
I think I confused myself with the legendary actions. I don't remember. I think maybe 3 or 4.
For
Alright,
a
I'll say
safety,
it's been 4 rounds.
For a safety net, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Abigail. Just as a
Okay.
safety net, just in case there's like nothing else I can do.
You really
likes
don't want me
getting
to
hit,
hit
though.
her.
Abigail
And
likes getting hit. That's her thing.
I will end my turn. You get
Okay.
+2 AC, Abigail.
Literally, that's how I maintain rage. I get beaten.
Okay.
Too
I'm at
bad.
19, I'm at 19 AC now.
You're getting a manatee that is fat enough to
Oh
shield
my
you from
goodness,
the-
that's amazing.
Yes.
just circling around you, going like.
If you don't have inspiration already, take it, because that's amazing.
Oh wait,
Uh,
wait, sorry. Can I? Is it too late to use inspiration to reroll one of my attacks?
No, if you haven't used it from the last time, go ahead and I'll recharge it because the manatee.
Sorry, that should be a
God, I had it.
let's see. Yeah, that's a. Sorry, I
That's
fucked
last.
that up.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an attack.
24.
Oh,
to
there you
hit.
go. Now you hit him.
Level 1 Divine Smite. Here we go. Because I have 2 level 1 spell slots, I can still cast Shield of Faith afterwards. Here we go. Come on.
Okay, so that is.
So that's 9 slashing.
And then
Okay.
divine smite.
Get Ben 6 points of radiant damage.
Okay,
Better.
and that's
I'll take it.
radiant. So that's 12. Okay. Now Tessa, and then Abigail, you're gonna have to undo the Shield of Faith because he did smite instead.
doesn't
Smite
cost
does
a
not
spell.
use any actions.
Yeah,
It
It
uses the
does.
spell slot, but I have 2 first level spell slots, so I can still use my last one for Shield of Faith.
Is it a bonus action?
It is a
no,
bonus
it's
action.
just part. Oh, that is. But you can use
Okay.
you can use
Yeah,
smites
smite.
in a turn if you
Yeah,
really want to.
smite doesn't count as like a spell like level,
No.
but it's still
No, you just
need.
burn it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
still
It
need
just
I think
burns
to
the
be a
spells.
bonus action.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're good.
Yeah,
So-
sorry about that.
No worries. Good catch. And again, take your inspiration for the manatee cushion because that's hilarious. Tessa.
Thank you.
Okay, so Tessa's gonna move here in anticipation for something else happening to this weird globe thing behind her. And she's gonna turn to Tritus and shout, "Hang in there, you got this!" And I will give you a level 4 healing word. 14.
And I'm just like, they killed Dennis.
Avenge Dennis! That is my healing word right there. Avenge Dennis.
And I just raise up my trident and yell.
Yes. And then I will point up at the demon thing and shout, "You killed Dennis! You're so mean!" And I need a wisdom saving throw. Take 2 points of psychic damage.
Hold on
You're
one second.
guilt tripping him, not vicious mockering him.
Exactly.
There you go.
Vicious guilt
Uh,
trip.
He has a yeah, that's a fail.
Suddenly, health bar appears.
Awesome.
Yay!
So he does get disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Okay.
And that is the end of my turn.
Okay. Gilworth, can you please roll a percentile dice for me?
All right.
100.
26.
Shifting over to the world map. 26. This is Holland's Rest. You recognize the steeples of all the churches, the port with the ships in it. It looks to be the town on the border of Narya on the other side of the river. What do you do?
I strike him. Nat 20.
Yes.
This might be the killing blow. Okay, so how many? What's your dice?
Okay, so there is the D6
Okay.
plus 2 magic, so plus 2 from the dueling feature.
So you do a D6 for the lightning, a D6 for the storm tail, or is it 2D6? And then
So it's a
You do
D6
29
for
total.
from tail,
Oh, yeah, I'll front with the
plus
lightning.
4, 2 from magic, 2 from fighting style,
Jesus.
plus
So you're-
additional plus 6.
so you roll
40. You do 40.
Okay, 40.
Mm-hmm. That's with all your max dice added into what you got, yeah.
And that was 3D6 basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So with that,
We killed the
there's
demon.
a smash as the battle is over. There's a moment of peace and calm as the poison gas begins to kind of fade. And he just lies there in a big heap, dead.
Abigail looks around and puts her arms up after licking him. Looks at the demon, looks at everyone, goes, and says, "What can I say except you're welcome?"
Gilworth
I
will
stab at its corpse in anger.
Gilworth will try to pick up his mace or
His-
flail, whatever it is.
Yeah, his flail is huge. Gilrith, what's your strength?
Let's see. His strength is a 16.
Yeah, it's gonna be too heavy for you to lift.
Can I do
Okay.
it with a 19?
With a 19, you can lift it. It is incredibly heavy and unwieldy for your size category.
I'm not doing it to like wield it. I'm
Yeah.
mainly doing it to show that I am the strongest, baddest woman around. I just lift it up and I'm like, that's why you don't need men.
Tessa, you're noticing that with the orb behind you, this big old marble-ish looking sphere or portal, it's flickering between images of your home, the Dungeon Delvers Guild, and the the lounge, and then there's kind of flickering to countryside, almost back to like the wine country where you are. In fact, you see a glimmer of color, and you see the guards outside. And then it goes back to the Dungeon Delvers Guild, and just seems to be kind of focusing on those two spots now.
Do I recognize this magic at all?
Roll an Arcana check. And you're a sorcerer, right?
I am, yes. And I technically went to school, but
yeah, you
that's
can.
the background.
You can tell that this is some sort of teleportation magic.
Gorith will take a look at the crystal.
Okay. With the witch crystal. Sorry.
The big one. Is it still up there?
There isn't any more because he threw his. No, the whole icon there, that was actually not part of the map. I didn't have enough time to take it off. It was just his demon statue shell was what that eagle thing is. You did deflect the crystal, so his heart crystal is still over here by the statue, though.
All right, then he will examine that crystal then.
Okay. It appears to be about the size of bigger than a watermelon a little bit, so it's pretty hefty, and it's this orange kind of pine cone shaped almost gemstone.
He will try to pick it up.
The kaboom.
Okay. Yep, you can pick it up.
And while we're at it, what the hell, we'll go ahead and just do identify on it.
Okay. So as you begin to cast and do your ritual, you kind of feel over the corners of it and all the ridges and edges. You can identify this as the dungeon inker, which means if you remove it from a certain place in here, depending each dungeon that you've heard about with Narya kind of is different in different ways, but from this one, since the dungeon isn't collapsing right now, it means maybe if it leaves this chamber, so the dungeon will begin to collapse and you'll have to get out. But either way, it is a magical item, which will be determined off stream because I don't have anything for it right now.
So who wants to go into the marble?
It's very magical. Ooh, it does look cool.
When it flashes to outside where the guards are, I will turn to the group and I will say, teleportation magic, and I put my hand on it, and for the third time, Tess is probably gonna vanish.
Okay. Yeah, you time it just perfectly, and you go, and your whole body just disappears. You're gone.
For the third time. Boop.
She sure has a lot of faith in magic.
I hope to see you again someday. Cadence,
till he goes
maybe
back to that
even
same
all of.
image.
Wait, where did Tessa go?
I'll just
Disappeared again.
Disappearing.
Search the crystal. Hey,
From now on, I will call her the disappearing girl.
Hold on, everyone's talking. What was that?
Abigail will follow suit for Tessa.
Okay, and you wait so it's the Narya, where the guards are, or do you want to? Yeah, okay.
I'll wait until I see the same one that she followed through on.
Yeah, you disappear.
Well, I just kind of hold my hand out, pointing towards the portal, and I say, "Lead the way." To Cadence.
Well, better follow the disappearing girl, which is what I will
else to do?
press forevermore.
And I head in.
So what was the crystal on when those two went in?
What was that?
What was the crystal on, the marble on when those two went in?
Narya. The outside, basically, of the portal.
Gotcha. Alright, Gorith will also wait for it to become that, and he will enter as well.
Okay. As soon as you disappear, everything you feel yourself getting pulled, and you emerge back within the perimeter that they've set up, but kind of in the middle, just on the grass. you see behind you this golden light shining up brighter than it was before up into the sky, almost like just a pillar of light, almost like the moonbeam that Cadence had cast, but this one's like a gold light, and it just begins to fizzle out, and the ground itself begins to warp and then kind of fold in on itself, and it just is a big grassy crater where that was, and the dungeon has been closed.
Are the guards still around?
Yep, they're 250 to 300 feet off in the distance, so they're all kind of sitting. They're not looking in your direction. They're all looking kind of outwards, leaning against the fence, chatting.
Still not paying much attention, are we?
Oi! Oi! They're back!
Aw, dang it, I wanted to get their attention by being a jerk.
Gilbert will point behind them. Oh my god, what is that?
They just like put a hand up to like shield the sun from their eyes, like they're squinting in your direction. Oh dang it! They all came back. You win. And they start to exchange monies.
Hey, I want in on this.
I thought they had more faith in the people from the Dungeon Delvers Guild, but I guess not. Bummer.
First mistake they made is not trusting the professionals.
Couldn't
True.
agree more.
Very true.
So if you approach,
We found the thing, and I'll point to Gilbert who's carrying the crystal.
None of the guards are paying attention. We're like, we got it.
We got it.
He's worried.
yeah, a bit of a ruckus is starting to be heard over by where the main palisade tent is. The kind of colorful, I keep forgetting the word for it, but the tent. And you can see that one of the more higher up officials comes out and he's wearing a big old hat. And it is actually the Duke of Nerria. He comes over and greets you and he says, "Welcome. I apologize for not being here at your arrival. You were most quick."
And you are?
My name is
Okay.
Duke Orsido. Brother to
Sorry,
the
we already
Queen.
finished it. We already did the job, so.
Good, excellent. I would expect nothing less. Here, take your prizes, and he holds out a chest, kind of opens it up, and there's 5 satchels inside, fairly small, and he gives you all a handful or a pouch full of platinum doubloons, and you can all
Ooh.
gain. Let me see how much is.
Oh. The prize? Is there always a prize at the end of these missions on the surface world?
Well, you did a great service for us. The Queen's life is once again saved. Or, not saved. She wasn't in danger, but I believe she would be if this was left
I've
open.
got to go on these quests more often.
Yes, well, take your platinum. I made it in smaller change for convenience. But you'll find in there is... I believe, if my math is correct, it's 100 platinum for each of you.
Ooh,
Oh!
that's generous.
The satchel's a little heavier than expected.
It's only 100 coins. Surely that's adequate.
Why?
Yes,
Yes, of course.
That'll do.
100 platinum.
Yes, anytime these dungeons appear by the Queen, we want to get rid of them as quickly as possible. It's been a bit, and so we weren't sure what was coming. What did you end up finding?
So, if I may, real quick, just for kicks and giggles, I'm gonna roll performance to see how well Gilbert hides his, dumbfounded slight shock of that much platinum. He was, maybe utterly shocked of, he was not expecting so much. But
Yeah.
he is got a grin on his face.
Yeah, the Duke kind of can't conceal his smile, it's kind of breaking through, yes, we are not going to be stingy while protecting our Queen. She's my sister, after all. And he will take off his hat and kind of flourish a bow, and apologize. He doesn't have a teleportation circle to go back. So you're going to look at a couple days' journey to get back to home. But you are all 1,000 gold richer. You all gain potentially a level. We'll go by the level up chart. So anyone who is at the point of leveling up, congratulations. But that does conclude the last minute Golden Fog Dungeon. So thank you all for playing.
Yay!
Thank you.
This was
Super
great.
fun.
So much fun.
So this puts Gilbert up to 8,000 gold.
Jesus. Alright,
That's,
I gotta go, guys.
You were fine with that.
Bye. Thanks.
All right,
Bye.
take care, Ian. Thank you for playing.
No, thank you for having me.
I will go ahead and exit out of the stream.
Well, if any luck, we'll get some decent stuff later.